Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, good people. Boom. Yeah, I think I'm live now. Should be live now. We'll wait for a few people to come in. How are y'all doing this lovely, lovely afternoon? What have y'all been growing out there? Any seeds y'all got going? Wait to see who's going to join us this afternoon. And how you doing, Andel? How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you. So what we're going to do is I'll just go ahead and talk for the people that are catching the replay right now. But how are you, Andel? How are things going? So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about some seeds that, okay, you can see me, cool. We're going to talk about some seeds that you can get going right now in 7A. You still have time. I promise you, you still have time. No worries. And then I'm going to share some tools with you guys, especially the individuals who are well, not necessarily so for the container gardeners, but people who are gardening in ground for the first time this year. There are some tools out there that you can save yourself a lot of heartache and pain. And I know you'll hear people say, hey, watch your sun pattern, watch your sun pattern. And sometimes we forget because we're out of tune in these areas that the sun pattern changes, like we know that we get closer and further away from the sun as we orbit, but then along with that, our sun pattern changes. So I'm gonna give some tips in that area as well. Hey Pitts, how you doing? Thank you for popping in. Toya Stoy, hey, how you doing? Karabi, beans, carrots, Tim B, oh yeah, it's time for you to rock. That's right. You got the beans out, the carrots. Did you do any peas? What's going on, SunCalc, gladiolus? You got your gladiolus in the ground? They started sprouting early this year. My daffodils started sprouting early. They didn't sprout. Well, yeah, I guess that's the sprout technically. They sprouted. Yeah. Okay, sorry, got a message. So yeah, that's cool. The wife, she picked up some gladioluses. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put them out there in the garden this year. I also have a lot of my flowers. If you're gonna do your flowers from seed, like your Elysiums, zinnias, lavender, I guess that can double down as a herb / flower. This is the time to get those things going right now. Celosias, I got seeds going, y'all. A lot of seeds going. I recorded most of the stuff that I did. I'll be editing that video and releasing it as soon as I get some time. I've had a busy 2 weeks and I got an even busier 2 to 3 weeks ahead of me. So stay on the lookout for that. I should have it out in the next couple of days. Zone 6A still thawing out. Look, I looked at my yard today and I was like, we almost there. Everything's pretty much melted. I pulled back my mulch. I put my hands in the soil to make sure everything was nice and moist and thawed out. So the soil is not, my soil is not frozen. So that's good. So do peas. Did you do Chinese wallflower? I did. I sure did. Matter of fact, is it germinated? I don't know if it's on the top or the bottom. I got a lot of stuff going on back there, but I did. Those are edible. So that's why out of all the celosia seeds out there, that's the one that's edible. So I did celosias last year, those little bunching, vibrant looking flowers. I wish I had a picture of it. I'll show you, but you've seen them in my videos. But this year, all I did was the Chinese wallflower celosia. So sure did. Hello, Turv. Have you started your hours yet with MG? I sure haven't. Shirley Weems. Now they're coming up with opportunities. What's up, Clint? I'm making pieces, trying to watch, brother. You have to show me how you made that grow area behind you. I sure will. Hey, gardening, how you doing? I haven't seen a video of yours in a while. I could have been just missing notifications. I'll check your subscriptions, guys. I've been getting unsubscribed from channels that I know I've already subscribed to. I'll go back, like for instance, Garden Love. I saw Garden Love on IG the other day, and I was literally just thinking of her like, man, she must be really busy with her brand new homestead, because I hadn't seen her drop a video in like a month. And then I went to her YouTube channel just to make sure, and it unsubscribed me. So I know I had Garden Love. Come on, we know Garden Love Homestead. So it unsubscribed. So I had to resubscribe, and I got like 5 or 6 videos to catch up on. I was like, man, she's out there doing it. Hey, 6A, you're still thawing out too? Yeah, we're all thawing out. But look, start those seeds now. And if you're in 7A, I'll go ahead and hop into it since we got a nice little presidents. And let me answer your question real quick, Shirley Weems. As far as the hours, they've came up with different ways for us to make our hours. The problem is the ways that they've come up with, they don't work with my schedule. You guys know I'm active duty service member in the Army, explosive ordnance disposal technician. That is my job. But those things don't work out. And to be honest, the way I want to give my hours, I want to have my hands in the soil working with either the youth or with the elders. I don't really want to fool with people my age because they just, they challenge you too much, so, they think too much or they don't think enough and it just gets frustrating real quick. So kids, I want to work with kids and I want to work with elders. So hopefully sometime here in the near future, I can get to provide my time and get my hours done that way. Now, I have picked up a few hours, miscellaneous hours, by helping out around the extension office. Like we did some cold frames out there. We put flowers in. We made a garden bed and whatnot, a flower bed and whatnot. But other than that, no, officially, I haven't started my hours. But I guess I have, but I haven't like actively been working towards them. So you say you've been getting unsubscribed too, Garden C? I know it's not just me. It's still snowing and ice in Ohio starting in April. Okay, all right, cool. Hey Jamie, how you doing? What's this freeze you all speak about? Okay, SoCal, you see Texas. My condolences to everyone out there in Texas. This is not to make light of the situation, but your climate can change real quick, as we just saw what happened to our family down there in Texas. So, been knock on some wood over there in SoCal. What else we got? Kids always give you a laugh when working with them. I know, right? And especially if they're not my kids, not that I have any, but I like working with other people's kids because when they get out of pocket, I just walk away or I leave them to their own vices and like you go talk to your parents or something like that. So real easy. That's thanks. I know that's right. Same with me. Cool. Yeah, Elevated Cam. What's going on, brother? Cam Elevated Lawnscapes. This is y'all go check him out for the gardeners in the building. He doesn't have any gardening content yet, but I'm going to go see that man this weekend. Hopefully, if everything buffs out, my schedule doesn't get crazy, and he will be joining the gardening community this year. He's got some stuff going on, so I can't wait to help debut his garden launch for you guys. Yep, just got me a fire flint. That's what I'm seeing. Get your fire. Stay ready. Stay ready. Tracking Audrey. Hey, how you doing? Greetings. Thank you for popping in. So I was about to say, the only thing, if you're in zone 7A, seeds you can drop outside right now. There's a seed that you can drop outside right now. Well, it's two, technically. You'll be a little early on one of them, but I promise you the way the weather is acting right now, I think you'll be right on time. And that's going to be your carrots, your radishes. Get your carrots and get your radishes in the ground now. Drop those seeds now. And if you're brave, go ahead and slip in some beets. I wouldn't do too many because we're still due for frost up until mid-April. So if the plant gets too big and they get hit by the frost, you're going to lose your foliage. And if you lose too much foliage, then you lose your ability to possibly get your root as well. So careful with the beets, but radishes, those are pretty hardy. They won't mind. They'll come up and they'll rock out pretty fast. And carrots, get your carrots going right now in 7A. I'm telling you, y'all know how quickly it's going to warm up for us. Like I said in my last video, right now outside, we're in the 50s. We've been in and out of the 50s this week. We just had probably about 10 inches of snow within the past 10 days. And then all of a sudden we're at 50. Now it's going to fluctuate, bounce back and forth for the next 3 weeks, but I'm telling you, I'm about to go out of town. And when I come back from out of town, it's going to be full swing go time. So if you're not thinking about it now and prepping now, you're going to turn around and you're going to be like, I'm too late. Which you're not too late even then, because then you can start to plan for fall crops of tomatoes and stuff like that. And we'll cover that here in a moment as well. So those are the two things that you can get dropped right now. Great attitude on the kids, Rob. They're a handful, but well worth the effort. I know, right? Yeah. I sown some carrots like Wednesday. Boom. There you go. What zone are you in, AA Home Gardening? I can't remember off the top of my head. I sold the radishes yesterday. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. My sold temp is 16. It's going to be a while. Yeah, Jamie, it's going to be a while for you, bro. It's going to be a while for you. So thank y'all for smashing that like button. I see them flying in, so I appreciate you. I want to share a couple cool things I'm going to do this year. I already got the seeds dropped for them. So I'm coming for this Romanesco again. Like, I'm not going to let it defeat me, although the foliage was delicious. I'm not going to lie. I'm coming for this Romanesco again. And then this is another really cool one. Cauliflower. We don't really do a lot of cauliflower in the house, but the wife, y'all saw that when I did the carrots, I pulled up the carrots. She made it like this cauliflower carrot soup with the nebula carrots that I pulled up that day as well. And that worked out really well. What's another really cool one that I'm doing that I want to share with you guys? I got this broccoli, right? I wasn't going to do broccoli, but I see everybody, you know, Gigi Natural, Lady Led, y'all cutting up heads of broccoli. And I said, no, I'm sick of this. I'm going to give me a head of broccoli. So I'm doing the Sun King hybrid. And the reason why I'm doing the Sun King hybrid is because it's slow to bolt. And I know how my weather is going to change. Now, when you're talking about different things make different plants bolt, okay? And like I said in my last video, when you have a gradual increase in temperature, your plant can adjust to it, right? And it doesn't go into shock, panic, and think that it needs to reseed itself. That's what's happening when they bolt. They're like, okay, I'm about to die. These are not the conditions I want to be in. Let me go ahead and put all my energy into making sure the next generation can survive. So when you have those huge temperature fluctuations within a week or so, that is what's making those plants bolt like that. And you got to be very attentive to your microclimate for sure. So I've sown some Romanesco in my grow room. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. And I'm right on time with this one. It's been a minute, Santisha. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for being here. It has been a minute. Hey, Sister Sue, how you doing? Thank you for being here. I actually took my starts outside today for a little while. Was that a good idea or not? No, that's a great idea, Cam, because you need to start the hardening off process. In the next video that I record this week, and I got to record too, I got to record this, how to make my honey garlic kale chips, right? I got kale that's been out there all winter, taking each snow to the chin like a champ. He's like, they don't care. Like the whole leaf will freeze over, ice. There'll be ice covered all over him. 3 days later, when everything melts, you can't tell anything ever happened. So I got a lot of kale outside that I'll be harvesting. I got to plant this a year old, almost to date, I think, one of the kale trees out there, because it's pretty much a tree now. So we'll pick up there. I'll show you the kale. So that'll be cool. And then another thing that I'll be showing is my little version of a cold frame. And really all I'm going to do is take my seedlings, especially my cool season seeds that have already sprouted. The ones that have already sprouted, I know once they get a couple layers of leaf on them, when I put them in my little my little cold frame type thing that I do, the same cover that I put on the garden bed that's closest to my door on the front porch, that is what I'll be using to kind of make sure it doesn't get too cold for them, but it'll stay nice and toasty to encourage the growth, clear up some space in my indoor garden so I can drop more seeds for the next, when we're talking about successive planting. So where are we at? So that was a perfect good thing for you to do, Cam. You're right on point with it. 8B. Okay, 8B. All right, yeah. So yep, you should be showing some carrots. You probably could have got away with sowing them almost a month ago, down in 8B. I just harvested my carrots that I tried to overwinter. How'd that turn out, little mountain gardener? It should have turned out well, because the carrots, they can sit in the ground. Most of them. There's some varieties that won't like sitting in the ground, but most of them. And the packet will tell you when you shouldn't leave them in the ground. And while y'all are here, y'all can help me, man. Last night I was going back and forth trying to figure out what carrots I'm gonna drop. So I'm gonna pull out these seeds right now, and y'all gonna help me figure out which carrots we're dropping. Now there's some that's not even question. I know that I'll be dropping them for sure, and I'll share those with you. And then I I'm kind of in a split between a few other ones, and y'all can help me pick which ones we're going to do. So let me grab that one. Let me grab this one and this one. I got carrots, y'all. So I'm growing the purple dragons again because we saw how successful that was. I'm growing the black nebulas again because we saw how much room for improvement I could have had with these. So I'm going to try those again. Now, the ones I don't know whether or not I want to drop yet is these early scarlet horn carrots. And the reason why I wanted to drop these was for people that are in like heavy clay soil type areas. I was going to make a special medium that wouldn't be necessarily ideal for carrots, but these are so short and fat and stout that they're actually recommended for when you have to deal with a cracking the ground type scenario where the ground isn't the best for carrots, but they don't go that deep, but they're nice and fat and they'll crack that ground for you. So early scarlet horn is on the maybe list. I'm not sure. This is called the NIF carrot. I just like it because it looks cool. You know, sometimes it's a white flesh, sometimes it's a yellowish beige flesh. So I'm on the fence about that one as well. That's the only thing that's really cool about that one from the research I've done. The Uzbek golden, right? This one is cool because it's not any normal color of a carrot. It doesn't even look like a carrot to me. It's a super like conical, cylindrical. Also does well in poor soil, if I remember correctly. It comes from Uzbekistan and it's super sweet as well, but it's yellow. So I thought that would be cool. Some nice little flair to the channel. The Long Rouge Sung. So this one is on my list because it doesn't take that long, even though the name says long in there, that French name. It's not a long day carrot. It will be ready for harvest, I think, in like 55 or 60 days. Don't quote me on that. You can Google me out and bust me out. But that's why that's one's on the list. And then these coral carrots, only because they did this one right? They put this daggone carrot juice right there. So I just wanted just to juice them off of that picture. So let me know what y'all think. Throw a couple of recommendations in the chat for me, please. Help me out, decide which ones I should grow, and then we'll go from there. And if you're catching the replay, drop it down in the comments. So let me check out. I have some Romanesco in my grow room. Yep, caught that one. 8B. I have indoor gardening going, tomatoes, eggplants, courgette. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that. I don't know what that is. Collards, loads going on, waiting on spring. That's what I'm talking about. How do you know when it's time to start hardening off your seedlings? Okay, that's a really good question, Stephanie. So when you plant your seeds, right, and the seeds germinate, right, you don't need to really start worried about the hardening off process until you have, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks of growth on it, depending on what it is. And it depends on the timing, right? So if you got something started that you're trying to get outside really quick, I would not try to start hardening them off until they have their second set of true leaves on them. And if you're not familiar with what your true leaves are, I'll show you a good example right here. Hopefully I can show you. Boom. All right. True leaves. Okay. So this is some golden cabbage, Romanesco, purple Sicily cauliflower, pink celery, and some other thing I can't pronounce. But right now, we're just in the stages of the initial leaves that's inside of the seed, right? Now, what you can't see right now, matter of fact, no, you can see it. It's almost like I knew this was going to happen. I'm about to pull up on my phone so we can really dial in here so I can show you a really good example of this, because I'm learning that everyone doesn't necessarily know what paper states. Okay. One more time. Okay. All right. Now we're good. All right. So, right here, guys, you can see in between here, right? That is the first set of true leaves that's about to germinate and come out. So once you get your second set of true leaves, then, I'm sorry. Then you should start preparing to harden them off. I hope that's a good example for you right there. So we can go ahead and leave that. That came in handy right there real quick. But those are just some seed starts that I got going right there. Boom. Oh, the pink celery is coming up. I didn't even notice that. Cool. So that would be a good time to start hardening them off. Does that make sense? I hope I answered your question, Stephanie. All right, let me jump back over here in the chat. Nifs look cool. I know they do look cool, right? That's why I'm thinking about growing them. It wasn't pretty, but I made some candy out of them. Oh, okay. They were on the smaller side. Well, that might have had something to do with when you planted them, not necessarily the cold weather. Hey, Turf Therapy and Garden Cousins. Hey, G Ma T, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Early Scarlet, have a go so we can see how it. Okay, all right. So early Scarlet. Okay, all right. We got to vote for early Scarlet. I like it. I like the idea of doing that early Scarlet too, because I'm gonna put not super compact soil in there, but I'm gonna make a mix that I know isn't perfect for the carrots and just see how they perform. The first one, okay, all right, I'm pretty sure that was the early Scarlet I showed. I'm gonna have to actually go back and watch the candy carrots. You made candy carrots, okay, I got you. Have you seen the new hybrid okra seeds grow in containers? No, I have not, but I'll let you in on something. Let me get my warm season book. You know, we keep our stuff in these old CD cases. Well, not old because we ordered them, but I call them old because who buys CDs anymore, right? I don't even know if a FYE even exists. But the okra that we're doing this year is Beauty in the Garden will be doing this as well. So I'm not going to steal her thunder, but I will be growing it because she showed it to me and I was like, what? So she already showed you on her channel, but boom, I'll be growing these Okinawa pink okra. I'm gonna show you the three that I'm doing. That one, I am doing this heavy hitters. Have y'all heard of heavy hitters? The okra, heavy hitter okra. Yeah, here it is right here. Heavy hitter okra. Man, y'all go look at that plant and tell me if she's not a producer. So I got to grow one of those. And then I'm also going to grow a Jing orange. So it's an orange okra. So those are the okras we'll be doing this year. But I haven't heard of the hybrid one. I did my okra in containers last year. And I'm telling you, them okra grew way longer than they were supposed to. They slowed down a lot once we got into the fall, early fall. But they still produce. I think they even took a frost or two. And then I just cut them down because I need to make space to go ahead and reset the bed. So I would like to see you do the coral. Okay, cool. I'll do the coral as well. The juicers, the NIF or GIF or a few of all. I know, right? I might end up doing that. Y'all know how I get down. Some plants. You still have some plants growing from last year. Onions and herbs, sage, aloe vera, about to plant my salad greens, kale, spinach, red mustard. Yeah, so I just started a couple new spinach myself. Lettuce, I'll probably be doing the majority of my lettuce inside up there in that in my grow. Hydroponics is on the top shelf. That's all hydroponics, cherry tomatoes and lettuce, only because those aphids will ruin lettuce really quick. I'm armed with BT this year. I'm pretty comfortable with using that because I understand the science behind it. It is just a strain of bacteria. It's a bacillus bacteria, which, if I remember correctly, those are the rod-shaped bacteria. Cocci is your more spherical shape, but bacillus is just bacteria. So it's just bacteria that we put it out there, and then if you have a alkaline stomach, it pretty much melts it. So it doesn't affect us because our stomach is not alkaline, but the insects we're going after, it pretty much just turns into goo inside, I guess. So I'm cool with that. Absolutely answer my question. Awesome. That's great. Hey, Sammy Joe, how you doing? Christy, Lewis, 8B. That's what I'm talking about. Loving the CD seeds case and genius. You know who actually put me on the seed case? It was Miss Craft. Miss Craft Small Space and Gardening. She was like, you, and she sent me one, and I still have it over there, but I had to upgrade because we got seeds. Yeah, we never stopped buying. Well, really, my wife never stopped buying seeds. I bought what I needed and stopped, and she just kept buying and buying and buying. Said she was buying for our homestead, so I let her buy away. We got seeds. Stephanie, what's the idea time temp inside? What's the idea daytime temp inside of a greenhouse? I'm afraid I'm going to burn my ceilings by transferring them from the house to the greenhouse. Okay, that's a really good question. So there's not any answer to that, but I'm gonna challenge you to think a little different about it. For one, definitely, if you already know it's warmer in there, you're definitely going to want to take a touch. You want to see what that temperature is, right? And in your greenhouse, based off where it's placed, I would say if there's a 20-degree difference, right, from what's going on inside of your home when you had them seedlings started versus what's happening in that greenhouse, and keep in mind how and when it's happening, you might want to think about that, right? Because that's a lot of stress on that plant. Good question, but you kind of have to watch the plant to dial that in. I would say anything 75 or below would be fine, but there's certain things like eggplant. Eggplant won't mind the greenhouse getting up to 90. It actually like it, you know? But there's a second and third order effect with those things as well, because that means if it's getting up to 90 and then it's dropping down to 30, that means there's a lot of moisture being created inside of that greenhouse, which is also making you vulnerable to having some type of fungal issues as well. You know, that high humidity type areas and climate, you know, now you're changing your climate, and it's now being prone to you having to deal with some what's the word? I'm like blight. You can find yourself dealing with blight or with powdery mildew. No one wants that. That stuff just looks nasty. So keep those things in mind as you're making your choices. So let's get back on track. So seeds to drop right now. And I actually want to take a minute and show you. I'm just going to show it to you. We're going to share a screen for a while. Now, I understand I've gotten a couple emails saying, you know, Turf, I did what you said. I went to my local extension office, and our local extension offices just aren't built the same, right? So I'm going to send you over here the old Farmer's Almanac. This is the first link that you'll find in the description of this video, right? And I'm just going to walk you through it real quick. So we're going to go to the gardening section. We're going to come to the tools, right? Then we're going to go to the planting calendar, right? And then you're just going to come here. You know, you can type in your zip code, or you can type in your nearest city. So I'll type in Bel Air, Maryland. I misspelled that. Excuse me. Don't judge me. Bel Air, Maryland. Oh, Harford County. Here we go. Boom. Multiple selections came up. All right. And you come here and voila. It's that simple. So you got three different categories here. We got start seeds indoors, plant seedlings or transplants outdoors, and start seeds outdoors. And this is free. Now, if you go to farmersalmanac.com, it's weird. They try to make you pay for a whole bunch of stuff. I don't like that site. I like this one though. It's straightforward to the point. And by the way, if you're talking to me in the chat, I won't see it until I get done with this. So bear with me. So like right here, I know that February 13th through 27th is prime for me to start my basil. I know that. And then I also know that I'm supposed to plant out my seedlings in this zone. So Stephanie, you were asking me, when should I start hardening off my plants? Well, if I'm looking at this, I started my seeds. Let's say I started on the far left end, February 13th, right? So now I can look at transplanting them, planting them out April 11th. So then I probably want to harden off for at least 5, maybe 10 days. So around April 2nd, that's when I want to bring my seedlings outside and start introducing them to the real sunlight outside, if that makes sense. That's how I want you to think when you start thinking, how should I start hardening these off? When should I start hardening these off? How long should I start hardening these off? Are these the prime conditions? Like for eggplant right now, they move really slow. They love warm climates. My eggplant will be in the house until probably about May. I'll keep them indoors because I don't want them to get stunted by any type of adverse weather. But I can also come down here to the eggplant section, knowing that I could have started my eggplants between January 30th and February 13th. And I got the window of April 25th to May 9th to transplant them out. Now, look, I didn't even get here, but I knew that my average frost, I'm still in the frost zone up until almost Mother's Day, to be quite honest. We got a frost last year when y'all would have seen on the pictures on my Instagram when I had to hustle and bustle and cover everything up at the last minute because we had a frost come in out of nowhere. So right here, I see eggplants can go out after April 25th. So those are the kind of things that you'll need to keep in mind. And this is really good because no matter where you are in America, you can type this in and pull it up. And it's going to give you this very easy to read understanding. And I go off of the frost dates. I don't do the moon. I do the frost dates because the frost dates is what can be damaging and setting back to your plants. So use this tool, guys. It's in the description below. You're definitely going to want to check that out. All right, let me stop, come back to the chat and see what's going on, see if we had any questions pop up. All right, no, nothing. No questions? No questions on that? All right, awesome. Well, I'll wait because I know there's a slight lag. So let me know if you guys have any questions about that. Did that help anyone? I hope it did. I hope it was helpful to someone out there. That's what we're trying to do, right? Help each other grow the most efficient way possible. So what do y'all think? What you got so far? Has anyone ever used that website before? What's good, Turf? Zone 4 Alpha. Oh my goodness, 4A. Man, my bones just shivered for you. Woo! How many growing degree days do you have out there? That's another thing that we're going to go over. Not yet, not yet, because we're a little early for that. But you want to get dialed in on your growing degree days, right? And what that means is the adequate temperatures and conditions for plants to thrive on. That's what you're looking for. Growing degree days. So him in Alaska, he might only have 80 growing days. I had someone message me the other day saying, yeah, I'm in zone 4 something, and I only have like 90 growing days. So they have to start all their seeds like super early. So like they don't have much room for error. It's a shame, but it is what it is. Thank you so much, Turv. Just downloaded the Almanac. Oh, I didn't even know you can download it. You can download it? Hey, Tony and Dolores from Tullahoma, Mississippi. What's going on, lad? Hey, how you doing, brother? I'm glad you can make. I know you're busy. You're probably still at work, aren't you? And Dale, thank you for putting the link in the description. Going to Google gave me the book or magazine only. Right. So the link is in the description. It will take you straight there, family. Use that link. I promise you. That was very helpful info. I searched their website before and never found that. And that's why I wanted to show you how to get to it as well. Because sometimes I realize I send people to websites and these websites aren't necessarily user friendly. So I wanted to show you this. That's why I'm on Zoom. I'm doing it through, because you guys know I can go Zoom. I can go live off my phone or my computer without Zoom. I don't have a guest joining me tonight, or at least I'm not expecting the guest to join me tonight. But without that, I just wanted to be able to share that screen with you guys and show you how to do that. So now, let's move into the next tip that I want to give you guys. This is critical. This is going to make or break you, piss you off, make you quit, or make you keep going. And this is something that it was in my mind when I started, but it came like I had to hurry up and figure something out on the fly. And when we're talking about our sun patterns, right? Now, I can't give you an example because for some reason, I've never actually used this this tool. I've never used this tool on my computer. Just put that out there. That's a disclaimer. I have always used this tool straight from my phone, right? So where we're at right now is suncalc.net, right? And let me see, 7950 Martin Loop. This is the place I used to live. Martin Loop, Fort Benning, Georgia. For some reason, it just wasn't pulling up. It might be because it's on a base or something. Well, anyway, the idea when you pull this thing up, right, like we can see how it is right here. Maybe it'll let me just zoom in. Let's just go. Let's go to somebody's house real quick. Y'all want to go to somebody's house? Yeah, let's go to somebody's house. We going to someone's house. Where are we at? Shandai. We're going to drill all the way in. Okay, well, we can't go that far. I promise you, when you use it on your phone, this thing works. What's cool about it, I want you to pay attention to this sun pattern, right? We see the sun pattern for today. And what you can do is you can, is it not even gonna, it's not, okay. People, use this on your phone. I know it works on your phone. Maybe it's because I'm in Safari. Oh, no, it is. It finally changed. Okay, there we go. All right, so now look at that. Look at that. You see that? We got a live action on our sun, right? And then when you use it on your phone, it's even cooler because you can move the calendar. So you can move the calendar in your area. Now look how much it opened up. When we moved to June, now we can put, we got how many more hours of sunlight? Look at all this sunlight we got now when we move to June. So these two tools I just gave you are probably two of the most powerful tools that you can use as a gardener, because you can drill in on where you live, where your home is, right? You can do that. And then you can figure out what your sun pattern is for the entire year. So that helps you understand where you want to place things, not only just where you want to place your garden bed, but how you want to sow different things in your garden bed as well. What you're going to see me do this season, I need to create shade in my front portion of my garden bed, right? So there's things that I'm going to place in the front portion of the big circle grow bags that I have, like my eggplants, my beans, my things that love that high intense heat and can stand it, because my house faces south, rises in the east, sets in the west. I get sun, full sun all day in this front right here. This thing is getting beat to death all day. When we come in the summer, there's only a few plants that's going to want to deal with that. Okra, eggplants, beans. And some of the beans have their limitations as well. But you can use that tool right there. That's a free one. That's the free tool. Now, I don't use this free tool anymore. I use it when I'm helping someone else usually. But I'm gonna show you even cooler thing, right? Because I'm all about, we're in the age of mobility. We're in the push button age. Like Les says, you push a button, everything comes to you. I'm gonna share one more thing with you, and then we can just kick back and answer some questions. This right here. Now this app, I don't know how you feel about buying apps. I hope you feel okay about it, because I have an app. It's called Turf Therapy app. It helps you calculate fertilizer rates for lawn care people only. Yeah, I mean, you can get it for gardening, and you really could apply it for gardening if you have a lot of land, because all it does is help you calculate your NPK rates for liquid or granular, depending on your application rate that you're trying to achieve. I will be making some updates to that app, but it's going to be a little slow process because that's my own money, and apps are expensive. Didn't know that until I got into it. So I can respect the price, right? It's $10. You pay it one time, right? This thing gives you the same thing I just showed you, but you do it right on your phone on the fly, and it's an app. You can save different locations. It's a cool app. And the things that I'm going over right now, I got a gardening for beginners video coming out, but the people that are here tonight, you don't have to wait for that video. Although I encourage you to go back and watch it, because this live is definitely not 10 or 15 minutes long, and that video will probably be less than 10 minutes, to be honest. And I'll go over all these tools, and I will show you the app on my actual phone. I'll show you the SunCalc website on my phone, and I'll also show you the Sunseeker app that's on my phone. And that's the best $10 I ever spent. I use it. I double check all the time. I remind myself, because we forget, this is a repetition type of thing. So those tools right there are, I think, the best tools that will help you be successful this year. Now, we're going to get into what I use in my garden as far as feeding it. We'll do that next as well. You know, I'll go live. I'll show you some things that you can pick up that's safe. It's organic. You know, it just happens to be organic as well. And it's safe to use. You don't have to really worry about burning your plants up. That's going to be something that comes up here in the future as well. So what we got down here? Columbus, Georgia. That's where I'm from. LOL, dangerous city. That's funny. I used to, Fort Benning, Georgia was my first duty station when I was a medical laboratory specialist. I subscribed to Old Farmer Almanac newsletter last year. Okay. You'll be checking that out, Jordan. Sweet. Columbus, Georgia. First time here. Hello, your gardening reputation precedes you. Hey, Chris White. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. What's up, Led? Now everybody talking to Led. What up, Led? Used to work on post Fort Benning, Columbus, Georgia. Indeed, very dangerous now. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay. Hello, nephew. Listen on 2 devices. That's what I'm talking about. Aunt Ellen. Hey, how you doing? That app is the real deal, Turf. See, Cam picked up that app. I'm trying to tell you that SunSeeker app is amazing. So things that you want to drop right now. Let's go back over to the calendar, right? My calendar. And I'm gonna share with you some things that I already dropped. Like I got the seeds are rolling. They everything's pretty much germinating. And for those who did the rosemary and lavender with me, I haven't seen signs of the rosemary yet, but the lavender's already coming up. So if you've never had success germinating lavender, it's been about a month now, over a month. It's been almost over a little bit over a month. I told you guys to spray a paper towel, moist it, put the seeds in the paper towel, throw that in a Ziploc bag, throw it in your crisper, wherever you want in your fridge, maybe where you keep your eggs out or something. I don't know. Let it sit there for 2 weeks. Well, life got hectic for me and it sat there for a month. And then I finally sowed them while my mom was in town this past weekend, and the lavender came up in less than 7 days. It's up right now. So I planted them on Saturday and I just looked today and it's already up. Lavender is up. Waiting on the rosemary, but I got rosemary on deck, so I'm not worried about that. So I went ahead and it's called a stratification process, the cold stratification. And you still have time for that too. You're not too late. So right now I have my basil going. And then look here, like I said, with the beets, you see, they got them at March 28th. So, you can, if you're feeling dangerous, go ahead out there and get you some beets down. If you're crunched for time or something like that, you could probably squeeze them and pull them off. Bell peppers, right? We should have already done our bell peppers, like I told you. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts. I did cabbage. We're coming up on melons here soon for my zone. Cauliflower, celery, all these things. Now that we're 6 to 8 weeks out from my last frost, right? What I want you to start doing is all of those flowers. If I sent you dahlias, right? If I sent you some of my dahlia tubers, go ahead and try to get them going indoors for 2 reasons. One, I don't want you to waste space not knowing where you want to put them if they don't come up. Because keep in mind, that's only my 2nd time splitting dahlias in my entire life. I learned last year. I learned on the fly. They taught me down on the extension office. The ones I sent out, I'm 80% confident that all of them will give you some plants. But if you start them inside, kind of like how you would treat gingers, which is with lead in the building. I don't know if you saw this or not, but look, you remember those gingers I showed y'all? Those little dried up pieces of gingers I had? Well, guess what? I took them, I stuck them in this peekaboo cup coined by Lead Farmer 73, and we got roots, y'all. And she's coming up. Ain't that dope? So that's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to plant those dahlias very similar to how you would plant ginger, meaning you want them covered by the soil, not super deep, and then the dahlias will start to come up within a week or so. You can go that way. So we got ginger here. We got ginger. If you checked out the Angel Trumpets video, the big Angel Trumpet that you saw, that's the one that Led sent me. I think it's been like 2 or 3 months now that she's just been holding on all through the winter. And then these are the seeds that Aunt Linda sent me, and all of them have came up now. I count, like I got 9 plants in there. Some of them are putting on their first set of true leaves. And then I'm going to go in there and separate them out here in about a week. And then we're going to have angel trumpets out here this season too, guys. It's super important that you do not forget about your pollinators, right? You want to make sure that your pollinators are nice and happy. You want to make sure that they're healthy. And the other things that I've been working on since it's been a while is, y'all see this right here? That's wine. Matter of fact, I want some. I got my cup right here. So this right here, I'm pretty proud of this. This was my first 6-gallon batch. If you're familiar with wine, if you're familiar with Ripasso, if you're familiar with Amarone, that is what this is. I got this juice sent over from my local brewery. And what's cool about this container that I picked up, look at that. I got it on tap right here. She's just gonna flow out just like that. I want y'all to see this because I'm boasting over here on this. Y'all see that? Y'all see this wine, man? She's pretty. I know this camera ain't doing the justice. The clarity on this is amazing. It took me about 3-4 months to make this. This is 14.5%. Guava to you in the chat. Thank you for being here with me. I'm super proud of this. This is just, my goodness. I don't see me buying wine out the store anymore. 6 gallons makes 30 bottles of wine, if you didn't know. So if I'm doing 6 to 10 gallons once a month, just starting the batch, there should be no reason for me to run out of wine. Next, since it's legal, I picked up, well, my wife picked up an electric distiller because we got tired of buying the bottles of water for our humidifiers in the house. So we shifted gears and we picked up an electric one, and then we will also turn around and pick up a new thumper distiller as well. And I'm gonna try my vices at some essential oils with all the lavender and mint that I have. And then y'all know how y'all make brandy, right? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So you got that big boy. That's the one I had. Yeah, what's going on, Dan? How you doing, brother? I almost threw my old dried up ginger away. Don't do it. Look, if it's got just a little tiny tick of green on it, this is what she can become. This is my same seed start mix I use with all of my plants. They all get the same one. Y'all see those roots? Y'all see those roots? Roots all through the whole cup. Sprout coming up, they ready to rock. They can't go outside yet because it's still a little too cold, but they ready to go. I'm gonna have some ginger here this year. And I'm gonna be able to slap together my ginger, what is it? Relish, my ginger beet relish. So I took, if y'all got this Canon book right here, is it over here? Where's my Canon book at? It must be in the kitchen. So if you got the Ball's Canon book, there is a recipe in there for ginger. Yeah, it's not around there. There's a recipe in there for a beet relish, and it calls for horseradish. I don't fool with horseradish that much. So what I did was I said, well, the whole point is just to give it a little kick, right? So I took ginger and I swapped the horseradish out for ginger, and I made my beet relish with ginger with my red Detroit beets last year. The last little bit I harvested out. Yeah. Haven't done wine, but I went crazy doing different types of vinegar. Vinegar is cool as well. Yeah. Guavadonna Springs, thank you for being here. Looks great. Okay. Miss Tasha Mack, hey, how you doing, Guava? I ain't even. Don't worry. I got a handful of friends that are definitely going to be joining me here. So, might be making some special deliveries here in the near future. Just keep your eyes out, people. Keep your eyes out. That thing good, man. That needs to be bottled and put on someone's top shelf. I promise you. Thank you, Miss Craft, for teaching me how to make wine. You created a monster. I get like the whole underneath my stairs is nothing but wine, nothing but wine. Hey, Pit Stop, Colony, beautiful roots, right? Beautiful roots. What else we got? Hey, New Art Gardener, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Can, this is my first live of yours. Thank you, Can. Thank you for being here. You said, dude, horseradish is delicious. I mean, I don't do that much, but everybody, BYD is in the building. If you are a warm season grass type person and you're a gardener and you're looking for a nice warm season channel to follow, BYD is in the building, Bermuda Grass Central. So if you got Bermuda, he mainly deals with Bermuda, but he could definitely help you out more than I could when it comes to warm season. You need to go check that man out. Send me a special deal. I got you, bro. You know I got you, lad. Don't yeah. I'm waiting on so they gave me labels with the kit that I bought. And I'm corking too, by the way. Yeah, we corking over here. So they gave me labels. I want to make my own labels. So I'm waiting on my labels to get here. But yeah, that's that, you know, this is just one of them. I got bottles over here. So yeah, we got, thank you. Also got that rope you talked about. LOL. What rope? What rope? Can what? I don't even remember what I was saying then. What rope? What rope? Rope. What rope did I say to get? Hey, I'm glad you're happy with it. But yeah, guys. So right now, if you want to, this is a good time to get out to Tractor Supply. Well, I don't know if it's a good time or not. Right now, if you're trying to buy fruit trees, you're paying full price for them most likely, and they're probably a little bit more expensive than they usually would be if you would have got them in the off season. But like Gigi Natural in her live, she was talking about she's about to she's about to get a peach tree. Now y'all know if there's one thing I failed at last year as a brand new gardener, it was with my peach tree Granny. Rest in peace, Granny. Again, I killed Granny. Granny done died twice, y'all. Granny died once when I was a little kid, and then I killed her all over again. As soon as I named her, it's like everything fell apart. I was like, oh man. He warned me, and she died real quick. But she died because I killed her. I was just doing everything wrong. So keep in mind with the peach trees, you watch out for that blight early in the game, powdery mildew. They're super susceptible unless you get an improved variety, something to keep your eye on. Just checked in for the first time. Talk to me. Are you talking white ginger? Yeah, I believe this is just normal standard ginger. I didn't know that there was any other color ginger. Not surprised though, because I didn't know that there was a such thing as black turmeric until Dan Permaculture Food Forest. If you are in zones, well, it doesn't matter where you are. If you just want some good inspiration to see what permaculture is supposed to look like, you need to go check out Dan's Permaculture Food Forest. But if you're in zone 9 or below, that should be your man. He should be your first stop, or even 8, because he's ahead of you and you can see what he's doing, knowing that he's a little ahead of you. You can grow similar things to him that's compatible in your zone, but take tips from him along the way because he'll be a little higher ahead of you in your grow zone. So definitely make sure you tune into Dan Permaculture. And that's how you should be using these YouTubers, by the way, these channels. That's what I did last year. I looked at people that were in the zone below me, right? Or above, however you want to place it, but in a warmer zone than me, 1 or 2 months ahead of me on the calendar. I watched what they did when they did it, knowing that my time was coming soon. I watched what kind of issues they were having that could be an issue in my climate as well. I took note and I applied in my own garden. So, excuse me. So when I am watching YouTubers, I only watch down to about 9. I don't go past 9A, right? 9A, 9B. There's no reason for me to go that far down because usually those people are growing things in a completely different season than me because of the different climates, or they're growing something that I can't even grow. I don't have enough growing degree days to grow that item, like something like cassava. I can't do cassava. It's like an 8-month an 8-month growing period for cassava. Even in the perfect environment, it takes a while. So there's no need for me I could grow it. It wouldn't be worth my while. You know, I was actually talking to Dan about this today. So keep those things in mind as well. Here we go. Hello, dude, corking and everything. Yes, I'm corking and everything. I'm going to have to try that method of putting seeds in the fridge. Yes, stratification. That's what it's called. Stratification. Not all seeds need it. Lavender is one of those seeds that like it. I'm not even going to say you have to do it with the lavender. I don't know because I've never tried to do it without stratifying them. But lavender, I've germinated rosemary without stratifying them, but I also read that rosemary likes to be stratified as well to increase their germination. So I went ahead, since I was doing that a month ago, I was doing the lavender, I went ahead and did rosemary along with it. And like I said, I'll be showing you that video here in the near future. Let me see. What's up, New York? I'm going to have to try to, yeah. Does it matter what type of seeds will have to go to see your video? Yep, I just answered that question for you, Can. Not all seeds need them, but lavender and rosemary, I know for sure they like them. I got you, bro. Got to get you a Red Haven, best peach ever. Yeah, that's what I got, lad. I got a dwarf Red Haven, and I killed her. But I'm gonna get another one. I got some moving around to do here in this near future. So we'll talk about that in a few months once I figure out what reality really is. But we're gonna get us some more peace trees and just more trees, period. But right now I'm kind of at a standstill with things that live more than a season, just because I got a move coming up. I was talking to Led about the paracord rope. Paracord rope. Okay. Yeah, paracord rope is good to have. I got a whole bunch of 550 cord. That's what we call it in the military. Green cord. You can do a lot with that cord. I do have rope specific to my MOS, like the things that I do when I work as an EOD tech. We have our little cool, man, I got all types of stuff. I ain't gonna call it crap because all of that stuff is useful. When survival, if I need to survive on my own for whatever reason, I got a garage full of survival out there. But yeah, get your rope game up for sure. It's still under snow right now. My Connecticut Silk 6B, Ellen said, my Connecticut 6B is still under 5 inches of snow in the garden. My goodness. But it's gonna melt and you're gonna be all right. So big ups to Dan. What's up, everybody? She said, I only make 6-gallon batches. See, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. Because when I made the 1-gallon batch, that ain't do nothing but mess me up. That made me mad. Because by the time you're done with that 1 gallon, you're only left with like 3, maybe 2/3 of a gallon, 3/4 of a gallon at best. And then once you share, you sip along the way, and then it's gone, just like that. 6 gallons, that's a nice mark. I didn't record that though. I did that. That was me, my time, off camera. Y'all know we're gonna do some more. We're gonna do some more winemaking videos. So with Miss Craft, and I got my apple, my sweets. Oh, I almost gave it away. My apple wine, my apple ginger wine that me and Miss Craft made, and I think Led may have made his. He might not have, but we got that wine. We'll be opening that March 20th is when we plan to do that. We're gonna unbottle it together and see what it tastes like. But listen, I tasted that too, like this past weekend. I'm about to Mr. Miyagi, Miss Craft. I think y'all better say some prayers for Miss Craft, because that thing, I'm about to Mr. Miyagi her. The student has become the teacher, I think, because that I tasted it. Oh my goodness. It's crazy how much wine changes in the profile within months, It's insane. Led said he only he only makes 6-gallon batches too. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Pit Stop. Hey, Erica Taylor. I think I spoke to you, Tina. If I didn't, I apologize. Hey, Tina, how you doing? Just subscribe to Dan's Permaculture Food for. I'm an AA, a newbie at gardening, and need all the help I can get. Dan's your man. I promise you, he's going to inspire you. He's doing some stuff out there. Now, don't get overwhelmed, because a lot of Dan's stuff, and he'll tell you, he's been working at it for years, okay? Years. So don't look at his plants and be like, why mine don't look like his? Don't do that. You're going to set yourself up for failure. Have some expectation management there. But what you will see is just pick up on all the little game that he passively drops in his videos. And he's super cool, man. Got that dope accent. Yeah. So you're going to enjoy Dan. I would love to see you do a must-have survival kit. You know, must-have. I will do. This is my survival kit, but must-haves. I guess I could do a must-have. Yeah, I'll do a must-have. I'll do that. Eco, I'll do that. I'll do that this spring. I'll do a must-have survival kit for y'all. My style, Army style. Maybe I'll team up with Sapper. Let me email Sapper, my brother Sapper. Y'all know Ession's garden family. Maybe me and him will team up and do a little something for y'all. What did you do to kill the peach tree? I'm going to try really hard not to kill mine. I did everything wrong. I watered it too much when it didn't need too much water. I fertilized it too much. I fertilized it when I first got it, and I shouldn't have done that because it already had plenty of fertilizer out the bucket. What else did I do wrong? I tried to get greedy and leave all the peaches on. Like Leia told me to take them off. I couldn't do it. I was thinning them off one at a time. The plant, she was struggling. What else happened? My microclimate out here, because I was overwatering it, because I was doing all those things, guess what? I got susceptible to, she caught a fungus along the way as well. I did everything wrong that you could do wrong with that peach tree. That's what I did. So it wasn't just one thing. Hey, Miss Crab, I was just talking. I was just talking. I just talked you up, Miss Crab. Turf, let's do it. All right, we doing it, lad. We doing it. I'm gonna hit up Sapper. We're gonna figure out. We're gonna punch this thing on the calendar, and get it going. Y'all just saw my lights went off. Okay, boom, 6 gallons. But Miss Crab, I told these people they better say a prayer for you, because I might Mr. Miyagi you here with this apple wine. I want to do that one. All of us do a must-have survival pack. Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, we might just do a Zoom. I'm gonna email Sapper tomorrow. I might do it tonight, but if I say tonight and then I don't do it, I'll feel bad. So I'm gonna say tomorrow. That way I know it'll get done in between now and then. And yeah, Miss Craft. This one right here, I was texting you about this one. This is what's left. Not just this. I got some over there, of course, but this is it. 14.5%. Yeah, she's delicious. I knew your ears were. You knew. What's up, Will? What's up, Will? Chips and guac in the building. We can call it. It's what's in my pack. I like that. What's in my pack? I like that. Yeah, we're gonna do that, lad. I like that. I'm inspired already. That's how I felt when I saw your beautiful tatsoi. That tatsoi. Look, I still got tatsoi is probably one of the, aside from the kale and the collards, that's taking this winter to the chin like a champ. I'm telling you, it's not phasing them at all. I didn't start any collards. I didn't start any kale. You know why? Because they all still alive out there. Every single plant. I'm gonna have to get rid of a couple plants, give them away to the people. I might take one to Cam when I go see him this weekend, because I know he's a huge collards fan. But they took him to the chin like a champ. So yeah, but the tatsoi still out there too. Took it to the chin. I forgot it was out there. When the snow and ice started melting, I was like, oh, I forgot I still got tatsoi out there. So I'm gonna harvest that this weekend and eat it, most likely. I cooked my last little bit of cabbage this weekend while my mom was here, and that was bomb, just delicious. He's talking trash, Miss Scrat. That's right. Yeah, y'all tell her. I ain't nothing I say. I wouldn't say to her face. Yeah, Eco, 14.5%. Yeah. Hey, Turf in the Garden. Hey, Growing with Hudson. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Yeah, family. So does anyone have any questions? I don't want to keep you here all night. I showed you. Let's recap real quick for the people that just got in here. I'm going to share my screen so I can show you these really cool tools, right, that you absolutely need to plug in with. I don't care if you're a beginner gardener or you're all-star, you've been gardening all your life. If you don't know about these resources, you're kidding yourself, right? So I'm gonna start from the beginning just so I can show you this from the top. So the Farmer's Almanac, I go to almanac.com because Farmer's Almanac is weird. Like, there's so many daggone ads and I feel like I have to pay for half of the stuff. Farmer's Almanac. You're going to go to the gardening section. You're going to drill down. You're going to go to the planting calendar. You're going to select that. Then you're going to come in here, type in your city, your state, wherever, right? I'm going to type in Bel Air, Maryland. That's close enough for me while still having my privacy. That's a close enough city. And then boom, voila, there you go. You got your calendar. You got your calendar of when to start your seeds. You got your calendar of when to transplant. And like I said, when you see that transplant date, you should be you should subtract about 5 to 10 days to give your seedlings time to harden off as you bring them outside, introduce them to the real sun, that real light, nothing that these lights can replace. And then boom, you got your dates to go into the ground. Now, when you start your seeds to the far left of this calendar, then you would align with the far left with the transplants outside, so on and so forth. And I also can tell you right here where you can actually just start your seeds straight in the ground outdoors. The next tip that I gave you guys was I need you to go over to SunCalc.net. All of these links, I got links to all this in the description of this video. So you can go check it out when the video is over. Shoot, you can do it now. Just come on back, please. But SunCalc.net, what's cool about this, I just drilled in on a random location, right? And we can see I'm in June, right? But let's come back now. Y'all saw how that changed? So watch it. February. Now I'm going to move. Now pay attention to these lines right here, right? I'm gonna come back to June. I'm gonna hit June 26. Y'all see that? Y'all saw how it changed, right? And now I can grab this slider bar at the top and I can see what my sun pattern is for my location. Now, for some reason on the computer, this software is acting funky, but I can promise you on my phone, it works flawlessly every time. And you can see what that looks like for the whole year, the entire year. That's the other tip I gave you. Then the next one I want you to do, if you got $10 to burn, it ain't really burning it. If you got $10 to recycle, that's what we don't spend money, we recycle money. So if you got $10 to throw out in there to get it back 10 times 10, I highly recommend this app. Sunseeker is in the Google Play Store and it's in the Apple App Store. $10 is some of the best. We waste $10 on things, every day. So all these links are in the description to include the app. None of them are affiliate links, FYI. Like I got my disclaimer down there, but they're not affiliate links. That's just something that's baked into everything that I do. But go and do it. You said, I ain't never scared. Okay, all right, Miss Crab. Miss Crab, she said she ain't never scared. Thanks for those tools. Our extension office gave very little information in Georgia AA, and that's right. So Mrs. Tasha Mack, you are the reason, you might've been the one that emailed me. You are the reason why I'm doing this live in this format right now. Specifically because all extension offices aren't created equally. And I know I've been telling you guys, go check out your extension office, go check out your extension office, go check out your extension office. And I said, you know what? There are other free tools out there and tools that you can pay for that are worthwhile. And I'm going to come on here and I'm going to show you how to maneuver through these websites. So I understand all extension offices aren't treated equally, but I promise you, if you use these two tools, you use your calendar, right? You understand what that means. And then you keep track of your sun tracker. That's going to help you if whether you're putting things in the ground or if you're doing things in containers, it will kind of help you on, I have a microclimate in my backyard. I don't get a lot of sun back there. So things that don't like a lot of sun, guess what? That tend to bolt, I either keep them back there or I know I can move them back there at a certain point in my season when the days are so long and the temperatures are so hot to slow down the bolting. I was able to grow kohlrabi in the middle of June and July because I put them in the backyard because there's a 10 to 15 degree difference on that side of my house. That's crazy, but that's what it is. Just the same way I was able to grow that kohlrabi late in the season, but because I put my little hoop house on it that I'm going to double as a cold frame here to free up some space so I can drop more seeds, I created this environment, this microclimate that allowed my kohlrabi to fully mature, which, listen, I liked kohlrabi in the spring, but in the fall, because Linda, she just did a video on this. It's probably about 5 videos ago at this point. But the way that our cool season plants store their energy in the cool season versus in the warm season directly reflects how they taste. So what does that mean? We all know that through the photosynthesis process, your plant is making sugars. Now, the form that those sugars stay in dramatically changes the taste of the vegetables that you're eating. What does that mean? That means I'm not going to dive into the specifics, but I think it keeps it in like a carbohydrate form or something like that, that sugar. And all that means is the sugar is sitting right there in the cells. It's not moving. It's stored there for energy because the days are shorter and it's cold as heck outside. So it holds on to all that energy. So because it doesn't know when the next time it's going to eat, it doesn't know the next time they're going to have a long day. So they keep that energy and store it in a different way. Now, during the summer, when it's warming up, it uses that sugar in a different way. It puts that sugar to work to do what? Reproduce, right? So you're going to get a lot more fibrous, and I'm sure there's an actual proper term for it. I'll have it. I'll figure out what it is, and I'll put it in the next video I record. But the kohlrabi was sweet. I understand why people make ice cream out of it. That's how sweet that kohlrabi was. It was amazing. It really was. Newbie, thanks for the info and tools. Awesome. Glad I could help. I use SunCalc for best way best way to stripe long. Yep. You can do that too. I've never thought about using that. Well, I don't need that. Oh, do you have different clients? Blacker dirt. I think that's what that is. Do you have clients? Because if you have clients, that makes sense. You want to make sure that each one of your clients have, when they pull up, they see those stripes. That's smart, man. That's a nice little tip. And I'm surprised you gave that one away. This is very resourceful. Thank you for being here, Eco Neighbor. I appreciate you, brother. So true. Hours not helpful. See? Yeah. I'm sorry that all extension offices aren't created equal, but I'll be here to help you as much as I can in other areas. V Solo, thank you, Turf. I'll watch again because I'm prepping dinner while listening. Okay. All right, great. Oh, shucks, Dr. Turf breaking it down in G-Monty. You know who would know? My brother, Lioncrest, Farmer Q. He would know that specific term because that dude's a walking encyclopedia. I really like that young man. I really do. Me and him, we vibe really well, and I can tell his brain is just as scattered and scrambled and filled just as much as mine. But yeah, this wine, Miss Craft, I'm telling you, I don't know what your apple wine's talking about over there, but if it's anything like this, you in some trouble. Corey J. Finally caught alive. Welcome, Corey J. Thank you for being here. So do we have any questions? Like I said, I just recapped the tools I gave you. We haven't finished. So we got, okay, let's revisit these carrots real quick, and then I'm going to get out of here. I'm growing these because these did really well. We like these really well. I'm a huge fan of these carrots, and they're so good. Such a unique, sweet, kind of like a hint of spice type flavor is really, we ate them with the cabbage. We're going to go for these black nebulas again because I know I can do better. And oh yeah, and let me correct something real quick. In that video, I said that I sowed these. I didn't sow these. I was out of town. I think I was in Korea or something. My wife sowed these. She sowed these while I was out of town. So I didn't even sow them. I misspoke. I sowed these and went too heavy-handed, and crowding happened, and edible, still delicious, but they weren't ideal. All right, so these are the ones we got to vote for the corals, right? We got one vote for the corals. We got another vote for the Scarlet, early Scarlet horn carrot. Now, if you weren't here earlier, the reason why this is on my list, it's a short, stout, fat carrot. And this carrot is one of the oldest heirloom varieties still existent today that we still have seeds of that we can grow again. But where this carrot shines at is when you're dealing with that heavy clay soil, right? So what I plan to do if I do these, I'm going to make a completely different medium that shouldn't be good for carrots, right? Carrots should be able to, they should have to struggle in the medium that I'm going to put together for them. But these are supposed to do well in those conditions. They'll punch through it. They're nice, short, fat, and stout. They're good ground crackers, right? They crack that ground. It's like doing a till without tilling type thing. So that's why this is kind of on my list. So we got the Scarlet horns. That's why that's on my list. The Carol carrot, they got that cup of juice sitting there. It looked good and it's cylindrical, cool. That's really the only reason why I'm thinking about growing those. The Long Rouge carrot, if I remember correctly, this is a fast harvest type of carrot, although it says longu. I don't know if it's longu or longe. I don't know. I'm not French, but y'all get what I'm trying. I'm working. I'm trying, right? Meet me halfway on this. But this one right here is supposed to be a fast crop. So Uzbek Golden is a yellow carrot, right? Super sweet. It's from Uzbekistan. That's supposed to be a really solid carrot as well. And then the Nif. There's nothing special about this carrot other than how it looks. You know, it's purple on the outside and it's white or yellow on the inside. So what's your votes on that? I need y'all to help me pick 2 of these. And now I know I might end up sprinkling a little bit of all of them, but what's your vote for? So let me hop down here in the chat. I hear my wife laughing, so something must be going down there. Finally caught it live. I got my yeast in the mail from Amazon. I'm going to do the Juice Easy one. Yeah, the Welch's the wine. Listen, and then I'm about to elevate y'all with that Welch's the wine. I'll go ahead and give you a hint. Since you just got your yeast, do this. I want you to pour out 10 ounces of juice, right? Then get Sun-made raisins. You know, the little snack size packs, right? I want you to take 3 of those raisin boxes. I want you to pour it in that wine, right? Put them in the wine along with the yeast, give it a shake, let it sit, and tell me how you like that. Introduce some raisins in there. Let me know how you like that. I'm working on we're working on 2.0, Welch's the wine over here. We can have some real nice, easy, friendly recipes for you guys that, you know, you can enjoy. You can level that thing up. So I'm trying my hand at carrots hybrid season in 7A. Okay. I see that Pak Choi still working back there. Actually, no, we ate all of it. It's all gone. That's the lettuce. That's the lettuce, Miss Kraft. And that daggone tomato plant, I had to prune them all the way back. They were out of control. Really? These plants are doing so well. I probably could have just put 1 in each container. I really could have. But we making it do what it do. I knew she couldn't help herself. LOL. I knew she was going to end up planting something, right? Yeah. And now she done stole one of the beds from me, lad. I had to give up a bed. We got to share now. So I'm trying. Yeah. I got my yeast. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Early Scarlet. Okay, so we got another vote for Early Scarlet. That's about 3 votes. The red purple carrot. Red purple. Oh, okay. You're talking about this one, the Nif. You like the Nif. I'm already doing the Black Nebula, family. I'm doing the Black Nebula and I'm doing the red dragon, red purple dragon, whatever. So those are, I'm going to do those. You said awesome live. Thank you, man. I appreciate you being here. The purple and the coral. See, I'm leaning on the purple and the coral too. Just 2? How about 4? Blended dreams. That's probably what it's going to turn into. I'm going to have y'all sit here with me. We done gone back and forth, and I'm going to probably just end up sowing them all. And the way I'm going to sow them, I'm going to have the successions back to back. I'm going to harvest them, and I want to keep them in the garage in a little bit of wet sand, and I want to grow enough carrots to last me the majority of the summer. So I'm gardening in a different kind of way this year. I had fun last year. I ate last year. I had a lot of stuff come in at the same time, and I had to scramble and figure out what to do with it. That was a little bit of a hassle. Nevertheless, it was a good problem to have because we were stuck in the house anyway, and your boy didn't have to go to the grocery store for produce for like 2-3 months, and I lost 20 pounds along the way as well. So can't be mad at that at all. Chips and guac, yep, 2.0 is coming. Lady Turf has been messing with those seeds too long. Yeah, she was serious about them too. It was just a matter of time, bro. Exactly. She done bought half of these seeds. These seeds, y'all, look at this, man. You got books. Matter of fact, Lad called me one night. I was like, look what I'm doing, man. Got books full of seeds. That was what was that? That was all cool season. That's all warm season. Yeah. And What we got? These are all flowers. Flowers, perennials and annuals. We perennials and annuals, right? And then we got another one. Herbs and medicinals. We got seeds, family. Don't stop by. Well, she didn't stop buying seeds. We got seeds, man. We got seeds, and not to mention the seeds that I'm collecting from my own garden. So yeah, don't stop buying seeds. Don't stop buying seeds. That Scarlet sounds good. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a video for the wine making on your channel? Just recommended coral seeds today. Oh, okay. I vote for them. Okay, cool. All right, coral this. Yeah, I got a whole playlist. We did a wine making series, and then I did the Welch's the Wine, which is pretty short. You got to be committed to go through that wine making series. If you open a bottle of wine, sit back, take notes, and enjoy the show, you'll love it. I guarantee it. But you might look at it and be like, oh, this is an hour long, hour and a half long. Well, we cover a lot. A lot of people had a lot of good questions, and that's why we did it that way, because I didn't want to just give you this 10-minute video and then at the end I got to answer 100 questions and 50 emails on this and that and these different scenarios. So we did it live for that reason. We will be doing it again sometime this year. We will be doing our unbottling March 20th, like I said. So that'll be cool. Miss Ellen, she had a cool idea. I missed it. Let me see. I put my raisins in the blender before adding them to my wine. Okay. Whoever I gave the tip with the raisins, go ahead and blend them up. Give it a try. Miss Ellen approved. Miss Ellen slipped me some pretty good old school recipes that I'll be brewing up this season too. So more to come on that. Where we got purple carrots taste the best to me. They are good. Marcus in the building, the wonderful neighbor Marcus. You can always share with your neighbors, especially them cucumbers and tomatoes. I bet his daughter was destroying my tomatoes last season. Craft, it gets dispersed more potently. Yeah, I believe that. You don't want to see my seed library. I know this is just 1 year, y'all. So I'm probably gonna have 5 more books by the end of this next year. Who knows? Yeah. Yes, love it. Wow. Oh my gosh, right. More coming. Whoa, damn. Yeah. Where did you find that buyer? They're off of Amazon. Off of Amazon. I'll put the link in the description of this video as well for that book, for these binders we got. That's a good idea. Good idea for storage is that a CD holder. Yep, it's a CD holder. And I got that from Miss Craft because Miss Craft sent me, this was our first one, and we very quickly outgrew this one. This one. Yes, this is the one. This is the one that Miss Craft sent us. Is there something in here? No, there's nothing in here right now. Oh no, there is stuff in here. Oh yeah. Oh, it's our berries. Our berries are in here. And bamboo for some reason. So we got berries and bamboo in here for some reason. So yeah, this is the first one I ever had. And very quickly I realized I had to upgrade quick. Wow, salute for all those seeds. Hello, family. Hey, how you doing? Change to transform. Wow, I thought I went crazy buying seeds. We never stopped buying them. We never stopped buying them. And I advise you to do the same thing. Never stop buying them. I go to the store and I literally avoid the seed section because I know there's something there I'm going to find that I want. Like I already know. Hey, FR, how you doing? Seeds Anonymous meet. What time does Seeds Anonymous meet? That's funny. I know, right? Because we got problems. The seed case, where? It's on Amazon. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and get the link for you right now, if you don't mind me looking at my phone to pull this link just for y'all. Let me go to my purchases, and I'm going to drop it right here in the chat right now. Okay. Boom. My orders. Your orders. Boom. There we go. Share this item. Yep, we're going to share this item. And then we are going to come over here to YouTube. And we're going to drop that link. Oh, it's currently unavailable. What happened? Well, hold on. Let me try to find a different one. Are they sold out? Okay, well, right now I'm gonna drop the link. It looks like, man, that sucks. It looks like they're not in stock, but at least gives you an idea of what you should be doing, um, or what you're looking for. Okay, well, right now I'm gonna drop the link. It looks like, man. Sorry for the feedback. All right, boom. There's a link right there. Uh, but they're sold out. It said they didn't know when they were coming back. So apologies on that. But that's all you need, just a CD book case. That's all we used. What we got? The E came off. E came off of what? Oh, off the. Oh yeah, we missed it. We lost the E. We lost the E. Oh well. E down. E down. Dollar Tree photo albums. Yep, that'll work too. I think Beauty in the Garden likes to use photo album sleeves. Those are cool too. Oh, when the letters came off, yeah, I didn't even realize it. Yeah, it happens. I'm so buying that holder. Go check it out. Links right there. Something told me to use crazy glue. I know we should have done the same thing because look, on the herbs and medicinals, the M don't want to act right. The M just don't. She don't want to get it together. I don't know why. I don't want to get it together. But that's it, family. You know, I got the seeds starting. I just realized some pink celery is coming up, so that's cool. I'm pretty much at a, oh, what's that? That's the what's that? Oh, the Calabos cabbage is coming up now too. All my seeds are coming up, and this is why I like dropping those seeds the way I do. Especially if you're in a small space like me. I like to do that triangle pattern, no more than 3 seeds per cell, depending on what it is. Like if it's the flowers, my flowers, you'll see as they grow up a little bit more, and I'll explain to you why I allowed more seeds than one to be in there. But for the most part, I drop 3 seeds. If I need to drop another one along the way, I'll drop another one along the way. But one thing that, like, I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story, and then I'm gonna let you go. Right? My mom, she did something funny. So Mama P, oh, and I saw you in here earlier. Mama P, thank you for being here. I love you. So Mama P, I'll tell you what Mama P did. Mama P was like, I'm about to garden too. I'm about to get back on it. She grew up on the farm. She was a farm girl, country girl, right? So she goes to Dollar Tree because of Miss Linda, right? So she hits up the Dollar Tree. She gets her seeds. She comes home. She drops her seeds. I didn't know she dropped the seeds. And then out of nowhere, you know, we got the little family group chat. She dropped some pictures to me and my little brother, like, yeah, check out my seeds. Do you know she dropped the entire packet? She dropped the entire packet of seeds. And in her mind, I get it, right? They were only 50 cents. What are they? Yeah, 50 cents, no, 25 cents. They're 4 for $1. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I got a Dollar Tree seed packet around. I think they're 4 for $1, right? So she's like, yeah, I just dropped the whole pack. And I was like, Ma, you got 30 cabbages. You got 30 cabbages. So I know my mom loves to do the thrift store. She loves thrift stores. She loves flea markets. That's her jam, right? That's her little fix. That's her therapy, right? So I told her to make some peekaboo cups, right? And then when the starts get their second or third set of true leaves on them, go ahead and separate them all out, take them to the flea market, sell those jokers for $2 a pop or $3 a pop at the flea market. They'll all go just like that. I guarantee it. She was like, oh, okay, I'm going to do that. So I knew that was her jam. But I want you to think about something. You can't eat 30 cabbages at once. You just can't. So when you plant them out, that's when the succession planting comes in mind, right? So I started that's when you see that window on your farmer's almanac, when it tells you to start your seeds between April 23rd and March 15th, what you should be doing is starting 3 cabbages on March 23rd. And then on March 30th or April 7th, start 3 more cabbages. And then on March 13th, start 3 more cabbages. That way you have a total of 9 possible cabbages to eat. You'll probably end up with 4 or 5. You know, I'm just being honest. Some of them you're just going to lose. That's how the game goes, right? You end up with 4 or 5, but the best thing is they won't all come in at the same time. And that way you don't have to hurry up and scramble. And that's how you keep a productive garden that you're eating out of for an extensive period of time. You don't want all your tomatoes coming in at the same time. You don't want all this stuff to come in at the same time, and then you got to give half of it away. Now, there's certain things that rules don't really apply to, like, like collards and stuff. Y'all saw me, I harvested them all at the same time, but I didn't realize how much I had until I started harvesting. So that really put things in perspective. But collards are really easy, those greens, because you can harvest them, you clean them, you chop them, put them in the freezer bag, throw them in the freezer. And that's the hardest part about cooking greens. So now all you gotta do is come home, chop up a couple onions, some garlic, throw your seasoning in there, make your base, throw a little chicken broth in there, not too many. You don't want a whole bunch of soupy greens. Then throw your greens in there. Matter of fact, I got a video that I recorded when I made my hot sauce that y'all gonna like that. Y'all gonna like that video. But I made this hot sauce. It don't look pretty. I fermented peppers for 4 months. 4 months fermented peppers. It smells like 4-month-old fermented peppers. It reminds me of what is it? What's the cabbage? Fermented cabbage, kimchi. You know how kimchi really don't smell good, but when you taste it, it's like, whoa, this is amazing because it's been fermenting for like 6 months. So it smells kind of like, it smells nasty. I'm just be honest, I'm keeping 100, but it tastes delicious. That's what happened with that hot sauce. So it's like this greenish type hot sauce, but while I was making the hot sauce, I threw in my greens that I had harvested back in the day. So maybe that would be the video I edit, because that'd be a fun one to edit and get that out there for you. It smells terrible. Putting me out there, but look, the people gonna learn from your mistake, man. And look, and I just told them how to come up. They had to come up. They get to come up. They get to make them some money. So you could do it on accident. It could start as an accident that turns into a beautiful little come up. So you dropped a whole packet of 25-cent seeds, and now you about to take those plants, keep about 6 of them, right? And then go make you $48 off of 25 cents. You see? Can't argue that. Can't argue that. I need to make hot sauce. Well, hey, I got some coming up for you. You're gonna like that. Saved in cart until in stock. There you go, Chris White. I put the whole package on a couple, mostly flowers though. That's funny. Yeah, no, flowers, that's a really good one, especially when you're dealing with spills and fills. Those plants tend to, because we got spills, fills, and thrills, right? That's what they say. So those spills and thrills, they tend to grow and crawl in a way where you can allow them to be a bit crowded when it comes to the seedlings. And we'll get into that as I transplant the listums I got, forget-me-nots. We got nasturtiums. We got some new nasturtiums ones coming. We got snapdragons back here. Y'all know I'm serious about my flower game. If you didn't know, go check out some videos from around this time last year. My lilies, they're about to start coming up. I need to move my autumn joy. I need to recenter it to where I really want it. And then it's go time, baby. It's go time. Yes, it does. Former military here. Thank you for your service, Battle. I appreciate you. What branch? What branch? I'm a guess Army. I'm a guess Army. Costco has a good version of kimchi. Okay, didn't know that. Noted. Quita used to she used to have a patient that was Korean that would give us kimchi all the time when we lived in Texas. And it was stank as a mug, but it was good. It was stank though. Truth be told, you are not alone. See, boom, Andel, did you prove my point? See, someone could learn. I said someone could learn from this. Although it was funny, me and my brother, we were laughing so hard. And we got to give you an update on my brother's garden out there, because if you think I'm doing something, listen, little brother is out there doing it. He got a whole room the size of my first floor. His sunroom, I don't know if y'all remember that or not. His whole sunroom is full of plants. Remember the loquat cutting that we did? Thriving. The fig, she doing good too. He got pink guava. He got a blueberry or a blackberry bush. He's got starts out of the wazoo. I think he's got like 30 pepper plants going. My little brother's lost his mind, y'all. Straight up just lost his mind. See, that was a good guess. Army, that's what I'm talking about. H word, who? Yeah. enjoying the live. Thank you for being here, Blessed Gardener. I appreciate that. My seeds are grown too lengthy. Any suggestions? I have them under a light close to it, but it still get a lengthy. Apartment gardener, what kind of plants are they? Let me know that. What kind of seedlings are they? Because that's not actually a game ender for some plants. Like if it's a tomato and it's getting leggy, you'll be fine. I had a binder like that for couponing. Yeah, I've never gotten into couponing. I'm surprised my wife never got into couponing. But yeah, growing with Hudson, you clocking out. Thank you for being there. I appreciate it. Hello, Turf Therapy. Hello, Garden Sewing. Garden Sewing. That's what that is. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. I finally uploaded my first video. Yay. Hey, we coming to check you out, Garden Sewing. Let me go ahead and can I click on you right now? I hate that YouTube does this. They won't let you live. I'm gonna double back on you though, Garden Sewing. Let me go ahead and copy that and I'm gonna drop it over here so I won't forget you. Now make sure we go check out our new gardener in the community, okay? Good night all. It's early morning in here in the UK. Yeah, over there in the UK, a home gardening. That's a UK gardener. So go check her out. She's doing some pretty cool things as well. Her zone is, she told me earlier, I don't forgot that quick. I think it's 8A, 8B, something like that. LOL, I did that. I had 500 tomato plants. My God. I gave them to everyone I saw, took them to work, gave them away. See, and I think a couple people spoke on this. Off the top, I can remember also what kind of lights are you using? They may not be strong enough. That too, Ms. Craft. Thank you, Ms. Craft, for adding value to that. So we need to know what kind of plants you're using, and if you can, what lights are you using? And if you could just pull up the link in Amazon, the Amazon link, and drop it in here, share it so I can go to it while we're here live and I can help you out before we go. You said garden zone, I'm coming over. But you shouldn't have gave them away, Chris White, because you know what happens when you take food to work in excess or plants to work in excess, them people usually don't want it. And then it just goes to waste. But I'm telling you, go to the flea market. You outside anyway, usually, right? Or very open spaces. Get you some peekaboo cups popping, right? And this is a selling point, right? Think about it, right? You can come up, and it's better than the nursery because I can say, oh yeah, I like these roots. Oh yeah, these roots look good. I want this one. You see? Now it sold itself kind of thing. So get you some peekaboo cups. Go ahead and spend you about $8 on a 100-pack for the clear and the reds. If you don't know where to find these at, I searched high and low in these daggone stores out here and I couldn't find it. So I ended up ordering it off Amazon. I was like, where the heck is he finding these clear cups from? I searched for like 2 weeks in 3 different grocery stores, couldn't find the clear ones. I couldn't find the right size to have them fit inside of each other. So I just ended up ordering them off Amazon. Well, I'm driving right now, but I have some bok choy. I have a few other Asian lettuce, is red cabbage common, a few others that I can't remember at the moment. Okay. So what you can do with those. Okay. Move the light closer. Look to see what kind of light you have. Email me the kind of light you have. Take some pictures. I'm going to help you. That's kind of dicey. We're not going to do that here. But email me, please. And keep your eyes on the road from now on, apartment gardener. I don't need to be reading anything in the book. But if Miss House, if you want to add something to that, if anyone has, Miss Craft or anyone else in the building that's had those leggy items and they have some quick fixes for, but I want to see before I speak. There's just some things I want to see, and I want to know more about your lights because I want to know more about if it's the lights or where you're keeping them. There's a few more details I want to know before I point you in a direction. I have the same issue as apartment gardener with my greens. They're super leggy, but we know why yours are, because you're not using a light at all. You're using a window, and that's typical with the window. And the thing is, they'll still be fine. You know, leggy plants, they recover. So it's not the end of the world. Hey, what is that growing on the top shelf behind you? That is hydroponics tomatoes. I got 4 different variety dwarf tomatoes up there. And then I have lettuce up there as well. And then in the back, I have 2 rosemary cuttings that I took off of my chef rosemary that I actually stole pieces of from my brother. And luckily I did, because he keeps killing rosemary. So I just made 2 new plants. I'm gonna keep one. I'm gonna give him the other one because I done used all the other rosemary. So that's what's up there in the back. That will work. Blended Dreams, cool. Heck, set up a table in front of your house and have a plant sale. Boom, there you go, like a yard sale. Just throw that. But if you go to a flea market, I guarantee they're gonna sell just like that. What size cups on Amazon? Don't give me the lines. Okay, here we go. Red cup is 18 ounces. Clear cup is 16 ounces. Boom, just like that. My email is in the description. Just double back to my channel, go to my info section. My email is right there. What size cups on? I will have my little ones do that this season. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. The light I have is a 2-foot fairy moss T5 high output. Okay. T5, I think T7s are better than the 5s, or maybe that is the right one. Those will do. Those will get the job done. So I'm willing to bet that the issue that you're having is, one, the depth that you planted those seeds at may not have been at the right depth. That can have a influence on the growth of that plant. 2, your lights weren't initially close enough. And 3, maybe the room that you have them in, maybe it's competing with the natural sunlight coming through. So the plants are alive. If you have lights on them, but you're in a very well-lit part of your house, the plant might want the other light because that's the real light. That could be causing it as well. As far as fixing that, you need to wait until they grow up a little bit first, right? Lettuce, I've never tried to do this with lettuce, but I imagine they might be able to take a little deeper planting. Don't go crazy with it, because if you plant it too deep from where the original plant was, from the original plant established, all that's going to happen is going to rot the base of that plant, and then your plant is going to die. So you got some options to play with the depth of planting when you pot up, or you just let them be leggy and they still eat the same. But in the future, you probably have a lighting issue. I'm willing to bet you have a lighting issue, or you dropped the seed you dropped it too low, is what I'm thinking. You may put it too deep. I don't know. Send me pictures, please. Still send me pictures. I'm interested. What else we got? Do you think GE daylight bulbs will work on my greens? I need to know how many. This is the lowest I would go with lights, family. And I got these lights off Amazon. And this light is a 19 watt, 5,000 Kelvin. 5,000 Kelvin. It's hot. It's a little warm. 5,000 Kelvin LED light. And those 5,000 Kelvins, although it's not prime for my plants, what it does do is it keeps them alive just long enough. Then they're not going to perform the best, but it keeps them alive. So they're the A21s on Amazon, 5,000 kelvins. So when you're looking at your lights, the watts are important, but you want to look at the kelvins. Because I'm not going to quote, I wish Hidden Harvest Grow Lights was here tonight, because those are lights. Those are some solid lights he has. I just don't have a place for them yet. That's why I haven't picked them up. But as soon as I have a place for them, I'm picking up those lights. But the amount of kelvins, you Google that. You can Google that one. You can trust what Google tells you. How many kelvins do you need for healthy plant growth? And the reason why I got these, I want to say these fall short. I think the number is 7,000 kelvins. I think that's the magic number, somewhere around there, 6,500 kelvins. So I got these 5,000s because they were the highest ones there and they were a decent price. And I was like, well, I'll just use these to keep these plants going down here as long as possible. Like my Meyer lemon, my angel trumpet. I got a few house plants down here, some sugar cane down here. I got all types of stuff down here. But I'm not sure what the rating is on that GE daylight bulb. So do that, and then you'll know if that's a good enough bulb. Mint, not. I missed something, Chris. Good evening. Do you have a video on how to set up hydroponics? Yes, but it's not on my channel. You're going to have to go over to Mistcraft Small Space Gardening and More. That's where we did the cracky method hydroponics setup. You can go check that out. Hi, yes, I'm about to get into hydroponics big time, next generation farming. Yes, sir. Now, hydroponics is fun. I don't think it's going to replace the soil, though. I'm gonna have to. I don't think it's going to replace the soil, but it's fun. It comes in handy when you're in environments where it's too hot to grow certain things that you want to grow. Guess what? You can shift gears, put it inside. If the aphids are crushing you out there and you don't want to deal with it, first of all, aphids will find their way inside. Y'all saw my video when the aphids were all on my Meyer lemon, which, by the way, I got 2 lemons on there right now that the plant refuses to drop, and they get bigger by the day. So I'm gonna get my first Meyer lemons this year, y'all. I'm excited about that. So yeah, that's cool. You usually have to be approved, you usually have a be approved vendor and food insurance for some markets to sell food. Yeah, I'm not talking about selling food, BB. I'm talking about selling the plants, like it starts. You should be good to just sell the starts. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that should fall underneath like cottage laws. The cottage laws of something like preserves and stuff like that. You should fall underneath that clause, no problem. I use T5s, but they get weak over time. I need to change mine out, and the plants did better. So that might be a thing too. How long are those? Put leggy lettuce in a hydroponic setup is an option too. That is a really good option. You just killed my joy. Oh no! Why did I kill your joy? I mean, it is a way of gardening. I don't think it's it could end up being the future. Who knows? Who am I to say? That might be our future. Maybe somebody's going to come and salt the earth. Who knows? So, like, it may be the future of gardening, but I love that soil. I agree. I'm interested in growing lettuce in hydroponics. Boom. See, there you go. Boom, boom. All right, family. So that's it. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'll give you a moment. I'm going to take a sip, give you a moment to see if we got any more questions out there. And man, that's good. I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud of me. I can't believe I did this in my house in a plastic jug. My goodness. Yeah. Yeah, but March is coming up. Use your almanac.com. Look to see what seeds you should be starting in your area. If your extension office is trash, I apologize, but I gave you some other options. You know, I had people emailing me, hey, Aunt Linda, you gonna come in right when I'm about to leave about it. Good to see you. Are you cooking? Which, yeah, you cooking some shrimp, aren't you? I have a Meyer lemon tree. It has full flowers. I'm waiting for lemons like hen on it. Mommy time, you're full of flowers. What zone are you in? You got to be in 8 something or below if your Meyer is loaded with flowers, or you got it inside. Is that a Cabernet or a Merlot? No. See, I'm a huge fan of Italian wine. This is a specific grape juice, grapes. They're juice up from grapes that are specific to the Amarone style blends. So this is my favorite kind of one. Amarone, if you are familiar with Amarone or Ripasso type wines, Italian wines, this is it. This is better than Merlot. I'll take this over Merlot and Cab any day. You know why? Because it's not heavy on the oak. It's not sweet, but it's not dry. It's perfect. It's perfect to me, for me. Make sure you have some of that with you on Saturday. All right, Cam, I'm bringing some just for you. Great looking wine. Thank you. Garden sowing, all very interesting ideas. I never thought about those. And to be honest, when I saw the seats, I never paid to the recommendations on the black on the back. I just cannot put them in the dirt and they cover up. Yeah. Yeah. So that, yeah. So look at the stuff on the back. I think that's what you're saying. Never paid to the recommendations on the back. You never paid attention to the recommendations on the back. You just dropped the seeds. I got you. I struggle for a minute, but I know you still driving. You gotta keep your eyes on that road. But I got you. And it happens. The seed, not all seed packets have information on the back of them. But when they do, you're doing yourself a disjustice by not. Like, see, these are global onions that I dropped, which the onions are doing really well. It's about time for them to move outside into the cold frame. That's one of the things that be going in the cold frame to finish in their process. So when I get back from out of town, I can drop those suckers in the ground. But this global onion ain't got no information on it. None whatsoever. Had to go look that up. You know what I mean? But when you do check the back of the seeds packets, because usually they do. And what they do, Linda, guess what just came up today? That sorrel. So the sorrel came up. I'm still waiting on them fish peppers to show up. And then all the angel trumpet seeds. Look at this. Because I went back to the video and I counted. I was like, how many seeds did I have? And I'm pretty sure I had about 9. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 up now. We got 10. So those bad boys germinate. They just take their time. They show up when they want to. But we got the angel trumpets. We're going to have angel trumpets from Louisiana and South Carolina this year, y'all. So I'm looking forward to that. Sounds delicious. Please provide the spelling when you can. Thanks. Oh, Amadone. Here we go. Amadone. Boom. I think that's it. I think it's 2 N's. Let me double check. I know what it looked like when I see it. So let me see. Amadone. It's only 1 N. My bad. Amadone. It's just 1 N. Excuse me. Boom. There it is. That's the type of wine that this is, the style anyway. Hey, Led. Guava Led. Hey, T-Nog. Hey, you hear all that? Yang Led. I'm new to your channel, Blessed Gardener. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. How long have you been gardening and what made you start? I'm starting to see so many men gardening now, just asking because you're very knowledgeable. So I've been gardening for about 14 months now. I started because I was in the bed. My wife introduced me to Lead Farmer 73. And as I was making excuses to not garden where I'm currently at because it was too much of a pain, he said, stop making excuses. He literally said this. I felt like he was talking straight to me. He said, stop making excuses because you're going to keep finding excuses. You're going to keep finding the reason to why I can just wait till next year. And then next year, it might just be too daggone late. And this is before the pandemic popped off, right? It was probably about January. I'm watching Lead, right? We're about in January, right? And I said, screw it. I woke up. We had this room right here that we didn't know what we were going to do with it. It went from being a dining room to possibly to an art studio, possibly to just another office. And we still didn't know what we were going to do with it. And I looked to my wife and I said, hey, let's do it. And she said, okay. And I left. I left that day. I threw in the camera. And you can go. I say that video is called "Grow with Me," and then I think I said, "Eat your own, grow your own." Tag Lead Farmer 73. And in the beginning of that video, I take you with me from the moment that I left the house to go to Home Depot and buy a whole bunch of seeds without me knowing the difference between cool season and warm season crops. I came back and like a fool, I dropped all the seeds at the same daggone time. Didn't read anything on the back. Well, I did read the back of the packets. I didn't pay attention to the dates. So I started stuff all wrong. Didn't do any research. I just dropped seeds, and from there, that was it. I took off from there. Now, I got into YouTube because of lawn care, right? You will see lawn and gardening on my channel. My first love is lawn. I am an explosive ordnance disposal technician, active duty service member. I used the lawn care to curb PTSD, right? It was my quiet place. It helped dull out the noise. It made me feel good. It felt like it was repairing something that I lost, right? Every time I'm out there in the lawn doing lawn or gardening, that's how it feels for me now. So I came into this to spread that message That's why I got the turf therapy, healing your lawn and so, right? And then when I came into the gardening, it's like it just fit right in, just like the wine. You know, it all just came together. So that's why I garden today. That's why I will garden forever. That's why you will see lawn care content on my channel as well, because I love them both. And I've just so happened to blend them into this happy state to where you guys still appreciate it, because I could have sworn all my lawn care people was going to take off as soon as I started gardening. And then I could have sworn all the gardening people was going to take off when they saw I still cared about my lawn. But y'all didn't do that. Y'all stayed with me, and I appreciate you, and I love you for that. And we're at 3.8 right now. 3.8. That's amazing. So I appreciate the support. I don't take any of it for granted. I really truly do appreciate y'all. I really do. And it's nice for me to see that I'm helping you while helping myself along the way. So there you go. There's the answer to your question. What else we got? You sent my package? Oh, man. Yeah. Hey, family, just joining. I will have to see the beginning. You got to check out the beginning, whole new perspective. We had a good time tonight. Hey, BB. Okay. It says if you can produce 300 to 800 lumens per square feet, the plant should be fine. Nice. So that's lumens, right? And then kelvins. So you can look at either one of them, lumens and kelvins. I think lumens is the one they go by more often now. But yeah, look that up for your lumens, kelvins, and then look at your light. And then, of course, if you're dealing with T5s like Miss Craft, she said they get old after time. Now, these up here, these lights, those are full high intensity LED lights. They're supposed to last for like 12 or 15 years or something like that. It's crazy, which is why I can run those lights. I can get away with running those lights 10 hours a day, and I can still grow plants that will bloom and fruit 10 hours a day. I've done it. Sorry, speaking spell. Yeah, it's okay. I put it together. I put it together, apartment gardener. I know. Whack excuses drive me crazy. Yeah, see? And it was a whack excuse. And you called me on it. You didn't know I was watching, but you called me on it. And I was like, he's right. And I got up and I went to the store, bought some seeds. And here we are today. Year 2 in the building. I just saw Pacific Northwest Lawns. Nate, my brother Nate up in Pacific North. Nate, he's going to be doing some dahlias this season, right, Nate? You're still doing the dahlias. And if you want to see a beautiful lawn, my goodness, go check out Nate, Pacific Northwest Lawns. It's one of the lawn care guys I thought was going to leave me high and dry as soon as they saw me gardening. And he's here in the building supporting me tonight. So appreciate you being here, Nate. And he also has the same grass that I have on my side plot out here, that perennial rye with the stripes in it, real defined. He got that same grass seed in his lawn. His looks just as good as mine, if not better. You are doing great for a short period of time. See, when I find things that I'm passionate about and I'm into it, I go off the deep end. And I've come to learn that is not normal, right? So when people say, "Oh, you know so much," and I'm like, "Really? No, I don't feel like I know a lot, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not until I start talking and having these conversations with you and you're asking me questions and I'm giving you the feedback, that's when I realize how much I have consumed in a short period of time." Another thing, if you have the time and money to do, and your extension office is offering it, and you're a beginner gardener or lawn care enthusiast, I encourage you to go to the Master Gardeners course to help shape your mind and give you a solid foundation on it's just going to teach you so much in a very little bit of time. Outside of that, you now have access with hundreds, if not thousands of gardeners in your community. Pest, climate change, disease, all these people have historical data for your area that you can immediately tap into. It's a beautiful thing. What's up, bro? What's going on, cuz? Thanks for popping in. Hey, Love Notes. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for being here. One, is it too early to put pre-emergent for Bermuda grass in Texas? Eco-friendly farming and gardening? I do not think so. I think y'all are about time to throw your pre-emergent down, but do me a favor. You can go check out BYD, Bermuda Grass Central. You can go check out my man, Budget Lawns. Man, that's my dude, Budget Lawns. You can go check him out, Travis Feltner. He's the dude. He does everything on the budget too. You can go check out the lawn tools. I actually just did a video. I said before I first mow, Go to that video, look in the description of that video. There's a laundry list of some warm season YouTubers that I thoroughly enjoy, and they have solid information to give to you. So go check them out, double check, but I'm pretty sure you're in your first window for your first round of a pre-immersion if you're going that route. That's awesome. Lead Farmer and Lady Lead have touched so many. I don't think they really know the world benefits. Happy for you and the family. I know they've changed so many lives in this past year. It's amazing what they've been able to do. And it's crazy because they're just showing their passion. That's all they're doing. They're just showing you a little bit of what they do every day. And we're soaking it up and enjoying it. What we got here? No reason not to be growing your own food to take care of your family. Facts, Led, just facts. Mommy Tom, I can relate. I heard Led say, what the heck is new gun? And I was hooked, right? Turf, you were the reason for the start to my garden journey. Big ups, bro. Cam, Elevated Landscapes, I'm telling you, he's coming for you this year. That's a new gardener. He's going to be on the scene. He's my lawn care brother, but he's starting the garden. So, hey, man, I'm happy that you're happy yourself. I'm going to try. Yep, that's what I'm talking. So Nate, he's going to have dahlias in the building. I might talk him into growing something too. Something that he can eat. That's what I'm trying to slowly convert each lawn care person in the game to grow one plant. I might make that a YouTube challenge. Do one plant. That My Soul grass is something else. It sure is. Turf, I feel that story. The first lead video I saw was when you know better, you grow better. And I swear he was talking straight to me. I know, right? You know, that's something powerful when you feel like that message is just for you, is right on time. Can I get a shout out, please? Nicardo Comedy, how you doing? Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Lead Farmer 73 started my channel because of your encouragement. Thanks. Boom. See? Hey, Turf. Hey, Seed Addicts. How you doing? Hey, Turf. Hey, Chad. Just dropping by to show love and hit that thumbs up. That's what I'm going to catch you on the replay. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Hi, all from Zone 10B, Long Beach, California. My first live. Thank you for being here, Deshaun. I appreciate you. You a newbie? Nah, yes, Lead Farmer 73 rocks. Yeah, I'm a newbie, Chris White. I have not been doing this long at all. I literally purchased my first seeds to grow. What's today's date? February 24th, probably like a month ago. I'm telling you, I haven't been doing it long at all. I just learned really fast. I do realize that I have a knack for consuming a lot of information really fast and then turning around and being able to put it to use. That's just a gift that I was given. But I'm gonna share it with you. If you want to learn, I promise you, I'm gonna try to teach you. Yes, I am Turf person. 30 years and shrubs and trees, nerds, veggies, odd to me. Yeah, yeah, veggies. I'm telling you, veggies is easy. Do you have any solutions for grubs? So I'm gonna tell you the best solution for grubs is to chickens, ducks. But if you're in a situation where you can't get you some chickens and ducks, then I believe GrubX, Scott's GrubX, their new blend is supposed to not affect earthworms. So I wouldn't recommend that to you a couple years ago. Well, I would have because I didn't know any better. But when you use a killicide, you got to be careful. You know, there's a lot of beneficial organisms down there moving around, getting about. Is your microbiome going to take a hit when you use that stuff? Yes, absolutely. Before our first mow, go check that video out. I hit on some of this stuff. But if you know you have a grub issue, if you know for a fact you have a history of grubs, or if you're in an area that has a history, like my neighbor Marcus, wherever he used to live in Texas, it was mandatory that he did a grub prevention because they had that many grubs out there. So it was part of his contract, the home he was staying in, that he had to do a grub prevention treatment. And if he didn't, and the grubs came in, he would have to pay for the damage that they did to the lawn. Now, if you just think that you might have a grub population issue, go to the extension, call the extension office, go knock on the neighbor's door with the best lawn. When you see a lawn care person driving by, call the local lawn care person and see if that's even something that they offer. If they're like, yeah, we can do it, but they'll tell you, they don't want you to waste your money. They'll tell you, yeah, we do those treatments for your area because we see grubs. But GrubX to get you there, they got a new formula that's not supposed to hurt earthworms. That I've used that and I've seen it used and it works just fine. No, I ripped my gut. Yeah, I saw you ripped it out. Man, Nate, I was so mad at you when you did that. My goodness. Lad Farmer 73 says, thank you so much. Just showing folks that we need to get back our simple paths to save our future. Amen. Hey, that's perfect. Beautifully said. Who do you call to find your grow zone? Thank you. You don't call anyone. You just okay, Google that thing. You can call Google. Call on Google. Okay, Google, what's my grow zone? And she'll tell you. Google will let you know. Also, check out the link that I just dropped in this description. We went over it earlier. You can catch the replay, but the Farmer's Almanac, you go there, you type in your zip code. Matter of fact, I'll show you one more time real quick, and I'll get y'all out of here, just because I know it's probably people in here who didn't see it earlier. And share this screen. I'll take you over to Farmer's Almanac, right? You come to Farmer's Almanac. Where is that? Boom. Come to Farmer's Almanac. You put your information in. You just, when you land on the page, I'm going to take you back to the main screen. You come to gardening. You go to the tools in gardening. Then you go to the planting calendar. Then you come here. You type in your city, state, or zip code, right? I'll pull it up and then boom. Now, does it tell me my grow zone here? It doesn't tell me my grow zone, but it gives you everything that you need for your grow zone. When to plant things. The first list is for planting dates for spring. And then the second list is planting dates for fall. So yeah, that'll get you there. But just Google it. Put your zip code in and say, what's my grow zone? And you'll be in there. Hey, hold on, wait. I think I want to, okay. Yep. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Boom. There we go. Hey, Turf, I enjoyed watching your channel because I'm also in zone 7A. Green Bay, Maryland. You right the street from me, Lisa. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, the Naked Gardeners. That's one person. You remember when I heard I said the fills, the thrills, the spills? He's another person that teaches that on his channel, the Naked Gardeners. That's a wonderful couple. I believe they're out in Georgia or Cali. Garden couple. They know what they're doing over there. Oh yeah, beneficial nematodes. But he's talking about in his lawn. That'd be very expensive for you to prevent grubs in your lawn. At least I think you were talking about grubs in your lawn. Chris Cody, I got caught up on the in your mulch bed. Okay. See, I got caught up on the lawn care questions. So in your mulch bed, yes, you can look into beneficial nematodes in your mulch bed. They like to stay in areas that stay moist. So if you can do anything to encourage the top 2 inches to dry out from time to time, if that's possible, that will reduce your grub population as well. And then beneficial nematodes, maybe getting you some marigolds planted in there. Maybe that'll encourage some beneficial nematodes to come through and clean out those grubs. Thank you for putting that in there, the Naked Gardeners, because South Florida, I got that all wrong. I was way wrong. But yeah, that's what you want to do there. Thank you, Led. Normal, what's that? That's funny. Beneficial nematodes. Hey, Turf, everyone. Glad I didn't miss the live. Thank you for being here. Angel Loves Garden. Master Gardener class of 1978. Taking it back. That's what I'm talking about. She said she's seasoned out here. I had a friend I haven't met in person, only know her from a workout group. And we just started talking and she convinced me to start. Got $1 laundry baskets and garden cloth to hold soil. You in there. You know what else you can do? You can get the $5 wash tubs and be good to go as well. Turf, you are not new to this. Taking care of the garden is in all of us. That's true. That's why it feels so natural, like breathing where you're growing food in your garden. I can't argue with that at all, Led. You're right, because when I got out there, I felt like I've been out there for my entire life. Is there a grub prevention that is safe for dogs? So when you read the label of something like GrubX, you apply that stuff, you water it in, and I think like by the next morning, you're good to go. By the label. Me, when I did stuff in this backyard, I usually took what they said and doubled the time. So if they said, keep your dogs off the grass for 2 hours, or it'll be dog pet safe in 8 hours, then I would probably wait like 3 days. Just be honest. That's me. Just, I will veer on the side of caution when it comes to those things. Now I'm at the point though, where I have my lawn in a state that I am using very little, if any, sides. When we talk about insecticides, pesticides, now the fertilizer I use on my lawn is not all organic, right? But keep this in mind, the thing that's making it not organic is something that might be in your toothpaste. I've said this before. So you understanding what the ingredients are and what is determining and making this thing organic or not organic, you need to educate yourself so you can make smarter decisions. Amen. Lead, so true, lead. Yep. Chris Cody, you're in 7A White Plains, Maryland. Okay, we got 7A is strong in here tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, Chris, is there a way where you can encourage that area to dry out? That would work. I guarantee you. I know it would work because last year a tomato plant, and was it two? I think it was two tomato plants. They got stunted. No, tomatoes and my beans, my pole beans. They were stunted. They just stopped growing. They kept producing kind of, but they stopped growing. It wasn't until I went to harvest to pull everything out, I realized that they got infested with grubs. Well, one thing I realized because of where they were placed, which I did this on accident, but I'm going to be applying these tricks to my garden this year. Because of where I had them placed, the foundation, the lower section of the containers, they were shaded for the majority of the day, every day. So what does that mean? Those containers were holding moisture much longer than anything else in the garden. So when the Japanese beetles were out there getting caught up in my dahlias, being stupid, a few of them slipped down into the soil that was moist all the time. And they was like, this is a safe place to lay my babies. And they were right, because they realized that that soil was not drying out like everything else around my beds, because they had the shade of my azaleas and my autumn joy keeping them shaded. Everything else, I had Japanese beetles all out there this year. They weren't in my grass because I watered deep and infrequent. So they don't really like that environment. It's not prime environment for them. And then I had all these other plants that they didn't affect. Excuse me. And the reason why, my goodness, what's going on today? And the reason why was because the soil dried out. It's kind of like fungus gnats, right? You don't see my bug zapper hanging up behind me today because it's in the room with my worms, because it got so cold outside. Some fruit flies, fruit gnats found their way in there. So I put them in there with my worms for a couple weeks to thin that population out. Don't worry if you see flying things, like it's fine. It's not going to hurt the worms. I just wanted to thin them out, and then I bring them back in. But one thing that I do is I make sure I water from below, right? To encourage the top once the seeds germinate, you don't ever need to see the top of your soil wet again. You don't really want to see that. What you want to do is water from below. You soak up the bottom 2 inches of your container. And what that does is it encourages it forces the roots to reach for that, which makes for a healthier plant. And it keeps that top 2 inches, 1 inch of that soil dry, where gnats, they have troubles laying their eggs because they'll dry out. So it's not even optimal conditions for them. So the gnat population stays way down in my house because I have the bug zapper running 24/7, and then I water from below. That's how I have kept my gnats to a level. Like, I still got them, don't get me wrong, but they're not hurting anything. It's fine. 1 or 2 gnats here and there, that's good food for the plant when they die. So it's all right. Where we got north. Oh, okay. So you was in Texas. Oh, so you're in Florida now. You travel a lot. Are you a military dude, Naked Gardener? Because I kind of felt this vibe from you when I was watching you. I haven't been watching y'all that long, but you definitely seem like a military dude. I wouldn't be surprised if you were. But yeah, so because the video I saw was you had just came back from somewhere, and y'all came back from an extended vacation down to Georgia. I think you were visiting your friends in Georgia, and your garden survived. Your garden was thriving when you came home. I was pretty impressed. Naked Me Too in North Texas. Yes, I have buckets and have got grow bags now. That's what I'm talking about. Stepping my game up. Yes, yeah. Hey Turf, what can I do for compacted clay soil? So the first thing you're going to want to do is introduce some organic material. Humic acid can help. What you want to do is encourage your microorganism activity. You want to rev up your microorganism activity as much as possible, because the clay soil, a good trick that people don't understand with clay soil is, as soil soil forms, it goes through these different eroding processes, right? So what once starts off as a rock full of minerals ends up breaking down to a form that is readily available to plants, right? So what you're going to want to do is, with clay is in like its last state before it goes through its humification process, becoming humusy, right? Humus, Humus. And all that means is everything has been broke down and released to a state that your plants can readily snatch that up. So if there's a specific area that you're working on, like let's say you got some thick clay soil, right? And you want to drop a tree in there, you can take a page out of Led's book. This is what he does. He primes that hole probably about 6 months out. You know how he primes it? He takes his eggs that he ain't about to use from the chickens. He takes his shells. He takes coffee grounds. He blends it up. He digs a hole. He pours it in the hole and he puts it back in the hole. And all he's doing is increasing his microorganism activity through the roof. He's just putting things in there that's going to create a world to where it is releasing and breaking that clay soil down a little bit more, so it becomes nice and dark and black, which is humus. You're encouraging the process of humification. That's what you're doing. So for clay soil, that's what you're going to want to do. Now you can till it. You know, sometimes you got to till to get started. Like a lot of people don't realize that no-till gardening in the beginning, you usually have to till and then you revert to no-tilling because you need to break it up at some points. There's some methods that if you have patience that I'm going to play with, if I have the opportunity to, wherever I end up at when this is all said and done, I'm going to use some old traditional ways of like using parsnips to crack the ground. You know, I'm going to use parsnips, maybe carrots like this to crack the ground, and plant a bed of sunflowers in there to continue to crack the ground, and then chop off the roots. And then the next year come behind and put a whole bunch of legumes in there, right? And then chop those off as well, to the point where I never tilled the land, but now the land is ready to go. You understand what I'm saying? So there'll be like 500 square feet that I'll get it grow ready right off the bat. And then as I slowly expand my garden, I will be prepping soil in about 3, 4, 5 different places. Another trick that I saw, what's her name? Urban, the female, I think Urban Farmer, female gardener. Y'all know her. She did tomatoes, got tomatoes galore. She has a mobile chicken run, right? So she'll set up her run, move her chickens to an area, and keep the chickens in that area for about 2 to 3 months that she's about to plant in. So she'll let the chickens go through, eat up all the grubs, eat up all those things that you don't want in the soil. They scratching, kicking, tearing up the ground for you, pooping, fertilizing, got your chicken salad. They did it all for you. And then she will move her run again. And guess what? Voila. Now she has perfect planting ground. Talk about making your yard work for you. My goodness. Oh wow, thank you. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to avoid this upcoming season. Japanese beetles live in my apple trees. Okay, yeah. Another good thing, you can use garlic. Garlic wards off them as well. That's why I put garlic with my peach tree that I ended up killing myself. So the Japanese beetles didn't do it because I did it myself. Yes, got lots of ideas. I'm working with a blank slate. I appreciate your time and efforts. No problem, Chris. I try, brother. My nap problem is gangster. They look at me like I'm on their turf. I see what you did there. Chris, appreciate the donation, brother. Thank you. Air Force vet. See, I knew. I knew was working in Georgia and now working in Florida. I knew. We carry ourselves a certain way, man. I knew. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. I'm an active duty Army service member, if you didn't know. Diatomaceous earth. Boom. Back to our roots. Cheryl Swoops in the building, y'all. We got a legend in the building, soon to be well, she is already a legend in the garden, because she can go out there and see what she's doing, and you're like, oh, she's new at this? Yeah, doing it. And Cheryl, I was about to email y'all today, and I'm glad you popped in on here, because we need to set that thing up. You know what I'm talking about. We need to set that up. There he is. Farmer Q's in the building. See, I was trying to get over here to get over to you, and now you here, man. I'm sorry, Mr. Live. I'm gonna catch that reach play. But Farmer Q, that's my dude right there. Smart kid, man. Oh, since you're here, Farmer Q, what's the proper term for when cool season plants, when the difference in how they store their sugars, right? Is it like they keep it in like a carbohydrate form during the cool season, which is what makes them sweeter, and in the warm season, they're using it to grow and reproduce? So what's those terms that I'm looking for, Farmer Q, since you in here? Please help me out if you could. So please, brother Q, please help me, please. Hello, back to our roots. Yes, back to our hey turf and all. Good evening. Hey, Nappy Goat Farm. Auntie M. Arrington. Greetings, fellow Marylander. Yeah, Maryland is deep in here tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Show that love, Maryland. What else we got? Thank you, Turf. Chris is short for Christina. Oh, okay. So that's your nice way of telling me that you're not a dude. I apologize. Thank you for being polite about it. I got it. It's burnt in, Christina. I got you. Yes, I knew from that mustache, only military men rock that stash. I keep that stash tight, though. Got to keep it in red. You know, they got a huge update to AR 670-1 coming out. For the Army, that's a big deal. The females, they can finally, they can dye their hair now. They can put highlights in. They can wear earrings. They can paint their nails all types of colors. I figure I'm going to be a good leader, and I'm going to set an example, and I'm going to get my hair dyed. What y'all think about that? No, I'm not doing that. But yeah, big changes coming up in our Army for sure. Chris is short for yes, I knew. Boom. Let's do it. What do you think about getting rid of moles? They ate all my canna lilies this year. My goodness. So I've seen, you know, if Peter's watching, I'm not reckoning, but the Gopher Hawk, go check out Lawn Pusher. Lawn Pusher. It's not a super huge channel, but the dude is super funny. I'll bring him on the channel at some point this year. That speaker that thing that I posted a picture of, he built that. He's a retired Air Force electrician, aircraft electrician from the Air Force, and he built me that. That thing's got them huge floodlights on it, some beautiful speakers. Let me just go grab it real quick. Give me 2 ticks, y'all, because I want to show you this. I'll be right back. Okay. Told you I'll be right back. That wasn't too long. So this stays in my garage. This is a light. That light's bright. Light system. This is a speaker. Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on this. I'm just, you know, it's busy now. Bluetooth antenna, and it's an ammo can. That's dope. I got plugs right here. Yeah. Then I got 12 volt. That's the charger for it, charging plug. And then, of course, this is what y'all saw. You saw the logo. So I'm gonna do a video on this. This is like this thing is amazing. You light up the whole field with these lights too. So my buddy, Lawn Pusher, he deals with a lot of moles though, and he can show you how to kill a mole every time. So I see him use Hawk golfers or something like that. He uses that, or you can get you a terrier. You know, you like dogs. If you like dogs, get you a terrier. Them gophers will be gone. Give it a year. They'll dig them out. I heard juicy fruit gum was a remedy for moles removal. That's new to me, but I tried. Sure. What do you like? chew it up and then throw it in the hole or something, and they eat it and they die. Sure, try anything at least one time, I guess. You could rock blind. I could rock blind. You think so? Yeah. Should I do the Cisco? Should I take it take it to the take it to the bleach? I can't do that. I think you can't do any no neon colors, right? And it needs to look professional. So yeah, I might be able to still pull off a little blonde highlight. Who knows? It's not necessarily a term, but it's when the glucose in the plant reacts with fructose to create sucrose. Boom. See, told you, my man, Farmer Q, walking encyclopedia. I might not have known what he just said, but I understood it, and that's what's important. So to that point, though, because of that process, kohlrabi literally tastes like candy in the fall. Like that thing is sweet as all get out. Same with the collards. Man, the colder it got, the sweeter they got. To the point where you don't even want to put meat in your greens because you kind of ruin the taste. To me, you take away from the greens taste because this is just that sweet. This happens because the plant cells lack sunlight. Right. Yep. And I went over that. Or get cold. Yep. Yes. Build toward dirt. Yeah. Hello, back to our roots. It may have a name, but I can't think of it. I think it does have a name. I think there's two distinctive names. I think I read it in my Master Gardener's book somewhere. Typically, this happens in the juicy fruit gum. So Love Notes are you saying that you've used the juicy fruit gum Love Notes? I'm not familiar with that. I've never dealt with moles or voles, so I'm not experienced in that area. I wish I could help you more. Sweet. Where do you get that? You can order it. Oh, what this? When I do the video, I'm gonna give you all the details. But if you go on Instagram and you type in at 1776 labs, you'll find him. He's there. He's not doing order. He does bulk orders. He'll open it up. He'll say, put your orders in. And then once he gets a certain amount of orders, he closes it. He does them. He mails them out. He takes a vacation. Then he comes back on the scene and he does them again. So super cool though. D Solo, when I was in the Corps, salute to you, we could only wear or use colors that were approved. Hair couldn't be below the collar or your shirt waist. Yeah. So and that's how it was for the Army. Well, that's how it still is up until about 2 days when this new regulation comes out. So you got to open up. The world is changing, generate new generation. You want to make sure that these new soldiers come in and they can feel like they can still be an individual while at the same time serving their country. So you got to think, is your soldier going to be less productive because they have highlights in their hair? Most likely not. Most likely your soldier will probably be more productive and encourage their friends to join as well because they can be more of themselves and still look professional. So I think it's good that we're moving with the times. You got to adapt. Military also couldn't wear hair below collar, no hair on face. Right, yeah. The Creole collards are a game changer. I haven't grown those yet. My goodness. Okay, you said nah, no hot pink. That's no fun. no unnatural colors. Right, and then it's not unnatural colors to the skin tone. They clarify that as well. It's unnatural colors. Period. So they're looking at the neon. That's what they're geared to right now. Gophers, moles, some people would chew some and throw in the hole, others tear it in half and throw it in holes. Okay, so give the juicy fruit a try. I haven't seen Ass Pusher, Long Pusher. His YouTube channel is Long Pusher. If you want to order his lights or check him out on Instagram, it's at 1776 labs. That's where you're gonna find him. No thong remake. Oh yeah. No thongs remake if I get the Cisco hair. Got it. Can. Noted. That I imagine they can't digest it. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't forgot about the college video I asked about naked. I'm waiting till I can truly kick my feet up to watch, fam. Nice. Leave paper on the gum. Okay. I think that video is coming out next week. Okay, they talking. I'm reading mail. Oh, my bad. I thought I saw you upload it. Okay, no hair on the face was because of gas mask wouldn't fit snugly against the, right. You couldn't get a good seal is what they said. Now, other countries, I'm pretty sure we're one of the only militaries in the world who does not allow their men to wear beards for that reason. I could be misspeaking, but I know every time I work with international partners, somebody got a beard somewhere along the way. And they are also considering giving us beards. So, you know, they do that. It's over. I'm going to take 2 weeks of leave just to get my beard looking right and professional. That way I don't have that scruffy phase. I'll come back to work with a clean beard. I'm trying to tell you. No hair on the face. Okay. All right. I got to the bottom of the chat. I had a good time with y'all. Like I said, thank you for checking in with me. I hope you learned something. The links to everything that I talked about tonight is in the description in this video. Go check it out. I hope you learned something. Hey, a beautiful Nest TV. I was waiting. I'm waiting. Like I'm checking my email every day for that restock. If y'all haven't gone over to a Royal Bath Company soap to get you some of that soap, you're missing out. I'm trying to tell you, you are missing out. That soap will make you adjust your soap budget in your household. You know, like, should I really be spending $40 on soap a month? It's worth it. Bye. You know what I mean? So, go check out Beautiful Nest TV. Her soap is amazing. It really is. And the candles are amazing as well. I'm waiting for the restock so I can order some more. Our country is the only ones. Yeah, I thought so. I was pretty sure that our country is the only ones. Apartment garden, that is the rule at the fire department, clean shave for proper seal. Right. Yeah, proper seal. Great info. Thank you, Naked Gardens. I appreciate that. I Googled it, and moles will be attracted to gum scent and eat it with foil on. They won't be able to digest gum in the wrapper. Right. Okay. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. I don't know. I don't have those issues. I would let my dogs chase them down. I got terriers. That's part of the reason why I pick terriers. I like them. They keep little rodents and stuff away. They'll run them down. That's what they do. That's what they used to do to these dogs back in the day. They would leave terriers in the warehouses and they wouldn't feed them because they would kill their food. They would chase the rodents around. That's what they used to do. Real talk. Google it. Look it up. Thanks for the knowledge. You're welcome. I appreciate you being here. Hello, I got you, family. Working on it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm hitting the refresh. You spent $40 on. I've done spent way more than $40 on Royal Bath Company soap. I believe the term is photosynthesis. No. So yes, we are talking about the photosynthesis process, but how it processes those sugars. There's two different terms that they use. I could be wrong. I could have just made this up in my head. Who knows? But the point is, Q told you what I was saying earlier: sucrose, fructose, sucrose, rucose, rizzle razzle. Y'all get it. Your stuff is sweeter in the fall. Change two. I think you're right, fam. I think that we were talking about it's back. Okay. Some people have used bubble gum and tried it works. Royal Bath soap is the truth. Facts. That's Roro Latrice. Thank you for being here. I didn't see Love Notes. Love Notes is, I think okay, never mind. Thank you for all the knowledge. You are very welcome. What's up, Queen? See, one of my babies, she here right now. Hey, girl. And with my terriers on watch. Come on. You want to say hi to the people? She want to say hi, y'all. That's Queen, y'all. This is a Beaver Yorkie Terrier. It's a rare breed because of the colorway, this flip-flop color. We picked her up in Germany, but this is Queen. And then the other one we have is Kaiser. So Kaiser and Queen, that's the all-stars you saw in that video. ATP, apply the pressure, I think. Our cat catches about 3 moles a day. See, get you a cat, you know. My friend Nadine, Farm Stories, y'all remember her, mentioned her quite a few times last season. She blessed us with all types of stuff. She picked up some bangles. I think that's what she picked up, some bangles, like some legit bangles. Are they bangles? Or maybe they're cougars? I don't know. She picked up some cat that it's a house cat, but it's an indoor cat. at the same time, they like to jump and crawl and hang off of stuff. They're super active, but they'll take a bird out the sky if they want to. Those things are beasts. Yeah. How you get everybody saying hi, Queen? Hi, Great live. All right. Tina, yeah, we done almost ended this a few times. I'm on LST time now, y'all. I'm gonna leave that for later. I was only gonna be on there for an hour. Thank you for hanging in there with me again. I appreciate you all. But I need to start editing. I need to edit these videos that I told y'all about. So I gotta go. My groundhog was bigger than that, than my Shih Tzu. That's funny. Lawn pusher is hilarious while trying to get the moles out of his yard. See, that's what I'm saying. Go check out Lawn Pusher. He has a colony of moles. He kills them left and right, but they just keep coming back. I have stray cat problem. They lay in my grow bags. Oh yeah, that's a problem. You might need to get some dogs or something. Not no stray cats. I don't like that. They dig in your beds too. All right, family. Good night. Good night. Good night. I'm gonna let you go. Good night. Good night. Blended dreams. Yes. Good night. Guava, everyone. Where'd my glass go? Did I finish it? No, I didn't finish it. Guava, thank you, Miss Craft, for creating the monster. I'm about to school you on this one now. Y'all pray for Miss Craft. Pray for Miss Craft and her apple wine. Because I think she lost this one. I'm just saying. I think she lost this one. All right. Y'all have a good evening. Y'all take care. Have a blessed night. And I'm going to get this video out for you this weekend. Might get a couple out for you. We'll see. All right. Have a great night, family. Be well.